UF versus Miami. No.
No.
Troy versus UTSA.
Who
No.
gives a fuck?
Cincinnati versus Louisville. Is that worth talking about?
I don't. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. I think I'm good.
Cincinnati, a former college football playoff entrant last year, is now playing Louisville.
True.
I mean, those aren't. I mean,
Jackson State versus North Carolina Central. Okay.
No.
No. BYU versus SMU. Who gives a fuck?
Fresno State versus Wazoo. St. Louis. Florida versus Oregon State.
That's going to be a good game because there's a lot you could argue about Florida. What happened with their... Didn't their quarterback just get child porn?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
he did. Well, he did get child porn. That's the problem.
The EDP 445 special.
Jeez.
So yeah, we're talking about that. I feel like...
I've been kind of out of the loop.
Yeah, I haven't either. I wish like Zooch was here. This is where like Zooch would shine.
Yeah, he will. Okay, keep going down. I don't see a lot.
Wisconsin versus
Oregon-
Oklahoma
okay,
State.
We'll start at Oregon versus North Carolina.
Okay, cool.
That's a good one. Texas Tech versus Ole Miss.
Where's K-State playing? K-State's got to be top.
Syracuse versus Minnesota, yes or no?
No. I don't know enough about either of those teams.
Syracuse was ranked at one point, though. That's the thing.
The
They were,
Pinstripe
but it's
Bowl.
against Minnesota.
Florida State versus Oklahoma is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Washington versus Texas.
Yes, I feel very strongly about Michael Penix Jr.
Okay.
NC State versus Maryland. Do we have any opinions?
I kind of like the NC State pick on that.
I like Maryland just because I'm a Tuanon fan and I like his younger brother.
Tallulah.
All right. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Pitt versus UCLA.
It's kind of tough.
You want to talk about that?
Is Dorian Thompson Robinson going to be playing or is he out?
I have no idea.
See, this is where I feel like
I think this is a bad pick.
no, I mean
No, it's not a bad thing. I think we just go through and we just talk about
who we're picking.
who we're picking and why.
Okay,
Just be straight up.
I'm going to say we're
Are
going
we
to
doing all of them? Or
No.
I say we just go through just quick, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's fair. Once we get down, we can highlight ones that we can actually talk about, or just
Yeah, like I can talk about No.
Keaton smells like shit.
Hey, that is bullying,
This is
sir.
not hot.
Is this live?
This is live. I pulled it up live.
What's up, Beijing?
Sick.
Okay.
Can we see
hold
the
on.
chat?
First up, I'm putting this on.
Yeah,
the Snap story.
can you send this in a link so we can put it on our stories?
I think it's youtube.com/YosGaming.
That's so much work though. Like you could just send it in a link,
Okay.
you know.
I gotta. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm Jamie and Joe Rogan at this point.
Jamie.
And Joe Rogan.
I'm Theo Vaughn. Do you guys know bees ejaculated 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
Okay. That is just foul, Keith.
Hey, dude, the people are gonna love this. My mom is watching this tomorrow.
I believe it.
Hi, ma.
Let me get my phone so I can.
Last time she saw me across the TV screen, I was in Mexico on a Skype call.
Oh, this pizza's still.
I also did, at some point, I did want to talk about some pretty crazy trades that happened in the MLB.
Oh, I'll talk about that.
Because there are some fucking trades. Trey Turner.
See, the thing is, I can be Jamie with this.
Yeah, that's sick. Is it like a little Chromebook?
Yeah. Well, no, it's an iPad.
That's
But
an iPad?
I have a keyboard that connects.
That's
and it has
kinda-
a mouse thing.
That's kind of
How do we
tough.
see how many sick people are watching?
I can see it from here.
Is
I'm
this-
not gonna tell you because I don't want you guys to get weird.
That's fair.
I did a radio station for 2 years. I like seeing how many people are watching.
So do I. But I
Yeah,
I don't
true.
know. Not everyone is like that.
Are you
and
calling me out?
I'm not trying
Yeah,
to call
you're
you
fucking
out,
bozo,
Sean. I'm just
Sean.
saying, like, if Cody and Zach were here, I feel like they would.
Cody would free. I
Cody
see,
would get weird.
and this is
If
interesting.
I tell Cody 50 people are watching, he'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm getting weird."
And this is interesting
You know what I
because
mean?
Cody is someone that can't. He's not great with public speaking, but I feel like he'd kill it in the setting.
He would.
However, you're right. If you don't
He
tell
needs to
him,
be like stoned out of his mind.
Yeah,
But then he'll be chilling.
Fucking send it in Roofies and Friends, dude.
Cody's mom better not see that one.
See what?
Yeah, good. He's got to be stoned out of his mind.
We can say whatever we want.
That is true. All right, Keith. Let's start talking about.
Want to talk about some baseball?
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on,
talk
I
about some
gotta
trades.
post the link.
Oh
The
my
story.
god, this fucking
Well,
dude.
they can catch up.
They can
I don't-
catch up.
Okay.
Clearly that means no one.
Um,
All right, let's start off with the big one, Judge. That was interesting.
So I'm gonna be honest. As a Class A Giants hater, I'm kind of happy they got used as leverage again.
Yeah.
What I can say is I feel personally that, and to a non-baseball fan, I feel like people are gonna see $360 million for 9 years and think, holy fuck, that is an absorbent amount of money, like an insane amount of money. I feel like based
He's
on
getting paid $100,000 an hour.
He's getting paid
A day.
$4,600 an hour.
Damn.
He's getting
crazy.
paid $76 a second.
That's
That
not-
means in the time that we've
He
been
could've
on this
bought-
podcast, he's made more than $10,000.
he could have bought me a fucking car.
Oh, he makes $109,000 a day. Sorry.
Okay, that's not fair. What I can say is I think $360 million, in my opinion, is a little undervalued. I feel like, as we've seen with like Bryce Harper getting 10 years, $300 million.
the Mike Trout trade.
The Mike Trout, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just I feel like Aaron Judge is a guy that could have gone for $400 million. I just don't know if a team had that salary this year.
It'd
Yeah.
be the Yankees. of all teams.
It would be the
Or the
Yankees.
Yeah,
Dodgers.
no, I agree.
But the Giants were willing to pay $330,
But if you're the
and they
Giants,
got
you
leveraged.
have to pay him.
Yeah, well, but they can't. They can't. He's gone. He's on the Yankees. Obviously, Trey Turner leaving is a big
Yeah.
one. The Dodgers kind of lost a couple good players.
They're the Dodgers, though. They're going to have...
They're the
They're
Dodgers.
just
I
gonna
mean,
reload. That's the problem.
they lose Cody Bellinger to the Cubs.
Yeah.
1 year, $17.5
Oh, I
million.
forgot about that, yeah.
Which is interesting because, and I was talking to my manager who's a Dodgers fan. He's happy. He's happy both Trey Turner and Cody Bellinger are off. Interestingly enough, Cody Bellinger does provide some defense, especially in like the playoffs and stuff. But if you look at it, like him getting a 1 year deal is pretty interesting because he is kind of on that prove it moment where
He is.
he's getting $17.5 million, which is generational money. But for a guy that was an MVP, 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years? Damn.
Statistically, like one of the greatest
I thought it
seasons.
was 2019.
Just no,
2020? Is it Mickey Mouse year? Doesn't count.
I don't think it was Mickey Mouse year.
I think it was 2019.
I think it was 2019 because that was the year
So
Christian
three.
Yelich won it.
3 years ago.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Cody Bellinger's kind of like, in my opinion, at this rate, he will be in the minors before the end of the season.
Really?
Trey Turner going to the Phillies,
Do you
interesting.
think Cody Bellinger's going to go to the minors? By the
Dude, have you seen him?
But
Did you
dude,
see?
yeah,
did
I
you
know.
see
The
him?
thing
This
is-
is the Cubs suck.
The Cubs do suck.
So
It
it's
is
like, how are you gonna make
the
their probably
can't-
their best outfielder go to the minors?
yeah.
Yeah, but how can... I mean, if you can't hit on the Dodgers...
Well, I can understand like to a degree where the pressure of being a Dodger can sometimes be too much. Like those are fans that expect a lot.
They
Yeah.
expect a championship every year.
Yeah, every
like-
year's
They
a
have.
championship, and they've brought home
They have.
one in what was it, like 20x years?
Yeah.
And you could argue that it was Mickey Mouse, but Cody Bellinger, in my opinion, he's gone 2 straight seasons batting under 220. His defense is still good, but it's really not what it
You think
was
he's still
before.
Glover-worthy on defense? Like, can you argue that?
Yeah, you could argue that. I mean, he's always locked down. He's a very good at reaction time, like very reactionary center fielder. What I can say is that, in my opinion, the best center fielder defensively, is that Padres kid, Trent.
Yeah,
I'm
what?
drawing a blank on his name.
Jamie, can you pull it up?
Jamie. But yeah, Trey Turner going to the Phillies. 10-year, $300 million deal.
Yeah.
For a guy that's in his 30s, so he's pretty much going to retire Philly. I think that's pretty interesting. I would like to see more production in the playoffs from Trey Turner, but now you're starting to look at a Phillies team with someone like Nick Castellanos who has a down year.
Oh,
Pizza time. Pizza time.
Trent Grisham?
Trent Grisham, thank you. Trent Grisham is a dog. Offensively, he's getting there. Playoffs was a big moment for him. He had a lot of good plays, especially against the Dodgers, a lot of game-saving moments. But I think he is probably my lock for Gold Glove, and I think just Cody Bellinger is so good defensively, but offensively he is just such a shithole player that I don't see how there isn't a way he doesn't get dropped.
No, I'll do it. Just what? Pull the rack out with the pizza cutter. Yeah. And then just slide it with the pizza cutter onto the pan. Be better.
What else happened? Mitch Haniger gets traded, which is
Did I fuck up my shoe?
is your mic still on?
I think. Yeah, mine's good.
You're good. Mitch Haniger also gets traded. I think that's pretty interesting.
Where did he go?
He went from Seattle to the Giants.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, which isn't like that's not like the biggest like blockbuster trade. I think there was actually a couple that I almost missed. One, Justin Verlander, coming off a Cy Young,
Halliburton.
in my opinion, one of the most dominant seasons for a pitcher ever, especially coming off of a Tommy John surgery. That for a guy that's like 37 years old,
Yeah, he's an older guy.
you could argue for a player of his caliber that he was going to be on the down low, and he only was better. Going to a team,
I did not expect that coming from him this season.
yeah, going to a team like the Mets is going to be really interesting, especially when the Mets lose a player like Jacob deGrom, who is probably the greatest pitcher in the last 10 years of baseball, but he cannot stay healthy. And I think
Yeah.
he's got that injury bug where it's like, what could have been? But anytime we've seen him pitch, he is one of the most dominant. They lose to Tijon Walker, which is just
Look what my mom said.
be better.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who said that?
My mom.
It's crazy.
Oh, God! Sean, are you okay?
Our friend is having trouble cutting a pizza and or getting it out of the oven.
Just getting it out of the oven.
Jesus.
Fucking oven mitts. How am I supposed to take this scorching thing out?
Use a spatula. Use the box. Yeah, use the box.
I'm not using the box.
Let's see what other. Kyle Lewis gets traded to the Arizona Diamondbacks.
What?
Um,
Slide it out and put it.
I meant slide this out, and then you can just like stick it on that, and you put it on that. I don't know.
let's see. Anthony Rizzo gets re-signed back to the Yankees. That's another big.
Are you just grabbing it? Grab it. Quick. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Yaya's mom says be better.
Well, tell your son to buy an oven mitt.
No time for oven mitts when you're gaming, you know? Let's see.
Most stressful piece of pizza I've ever had to fucking cook.
Yeah, I know. Sean, we gotta lock it in a little bit on the pizza cutting, but we'll get there.
Let's see.
I wasn't
Reds.
saying he needs to be better. That's what you said, Sean.
Wow.
Who's getting the... Oh, yeah. She was laughing at your comment.
No, I know.
Sean, against you, Boston Red Sox signed Kenley Jansen.
I did see that.
2-year, $33 million deal.
So I'll try.
You know, I feel like Kenley Jansen is just like
He's
a
kind
cheap
of on the
hole.
come down.
He kinda
He
just goes to everything.
he is kind of on the come down. Yeah, let's see what else happened.
What about
Andrew Heaney.
Seattle getting Colton Wong?
That's big. Cleveland Guardians obviously signing Josh Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Goes on kind of like a 1-year, half a season kind of rental prove
I
it
feel
deal.
like that's kind of like what everyone's kind of going to right now for those types
Are
of
those
players. They're
rental-
just like the rental 1 year.
As
Unless you're like a big dog. Like,
an A's fan, I feel very strongly about that topic
Mhm.
because obviously we gave up in 2021. We gave up a slew of players. One being Jesus Luzardo, who in my opinion will be an All-Star next year. Who was like 20. We gave up 2 other prospects for a player named Sterling Marte, who plays on the Mets. Obviously could have won batting champ if he doesn't jump between divisions or leagues, I should say, and he leaves and then he goes to the Mets. And I don't know. I feel like rental players are good, but Josh Bell just didn't do what he needed to do
to be that kind of
to
guy.
be that kind of guy. Juan Soto kind of picked it up in the playoffs, and Josh Bell had some moments, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't.
It just feels weird, like when you sign a guy for 1 year, because I feel like if you sign enough of those guys, you're just flipping your roster every single year.
It's
Like,
the
you're not
Oakland-
having like
That is the Oakland way.
yeah, you're not having that like core group of guys that you can build off of, like the Dodgers have, the Yankees have,
Mm-hmm.
even the Astros kind of have that.
We
But-
just lost, what's his name? Do you not see that, Keaton?
What?
What you just pulled up?
Who?
What did you just pull up? Your mouth just dropped.
Oh, I was just looking at the contract details for Justin
Yo,
Verlander.
Sean, can I get one of those waters? I don't know where you put them.
I thought there's one right there. That's yours. Yeah.
No.
Justin Verlander got a 2-year, $86 million deal.
That's insane.
That is fucked for a guy. Not only is just coming off a ring, a Cy Young, has one of the hottest wives in history.
I mean, that's a good reason to sign the guy, right?
I mean, yeah.
You
Brings
get-
in a
you get
fan
Kate
base.
Upton too.
Yeah, it's kind of a two-way package
Goddamn.
deal.
Yeah, that is true.
You know,
think the
1
whole
year
team-
for Verlander, 1 year for Kate.
Yeah, I think the whole team gets to flower in the showers.
One can only hope.
Jesus.
One can only dream.
So
Would love to be
one
on
of the other
this.
things I want to talk about was the transfer portal
Oh,
in
Yeah,
college football.
yeah. Let's talk about this.
and
This is-
the literal entire team of Texas A&M going into the transfer portal.
dude,
What are your thoughts on it?
Jimbo Fisher, man. Can't say I didn't call it, but honestly, that's the interesting thing about A&M. I feel like they always have this like stacked. They have the #1 recruit class every year, and now they're fucking.
They're
gone.
just the most mid team ever.
Yeah,
and
every
it
year.
pains me to say this, but LSU did lose to them, and it was terrible to watch. But I feel like it was such a fluke game. That's like not. It just wasn't LSU's day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Which in that point, to add to that, I mean, college. This is such a weird year for college,
Mhm.
like college football in general. And I'm someone on the outside who I don't really care much for college football. I'm more of a basketball guy, but even for me, it was hard to like turn away and not watch. Like the entire Pac-12, everybody just beats each other.
Yeah.
And it's like you have teams that are very competitive. Like in its own right, Texas A&M has the players, and it's just I don't know. Every year they're like Texas, the Longhorns. Every year they're like ranked top 10, and it's like, well, it's a Texas school. They're not going to do anything with it. Houston has been more successful in many facets in the last couple years, I will say, than Texas A&M, and that is a team with yeah. What did
I
Texas?
kind of see his argument there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Houston.
It's like comparing apples and oranges, though. That's
Yeah.
the only problem.
I mean,
Honestly,
two different
A&M,
conferences.
A&M beat Alabama last year, and I think that's probably
That's
the greatest
better than
accomplishment.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all they needed.
And that's kind of a pretty big accomplishment, especially for them.
Yeah.
One thing I saw was Tennessee's new recruit, Nico Imalama, or whatever his name is. He's a 5-star guy from California. So there is a loophole in the eligibility thing with the NCAA that allows him to suit up for the bowl game, like this coming bowl game, because he enrolled early. So he
Oh,
enrolled
no
a
shit.
semester early, and it doesn't count towards his redshirt year, and it doesn't count because it's not a regular season game.
Wow.
So he's actually technically eligible to suit up for the bowl game,
And he still has 4 years after that.
and he still has 4 years after that.
Wow.
So
I
basically,
guess-
he's a high school senior playing for Tennessee
Wow.
in the Orange Bowl against Clemson.
That is crazy.
So
We'll get to that in a minute. But
yeah, the
they-
bowl games.
The bowl
But
games, yeah.
I just thought it was crazy that kids are now enrolling early if they can, and then through this loophole can technically play in bowl games.
Yeah. It's
Because
a
he's
loophole.
technically been there for a semester,
Yeah.
and then it's not part of the regular season, so it doesn't like count.
Damn. Do you think they were saving him for if they went to the college playoffs?
I don't know if you trust that guy. Trust that
Yeah.
guy in there. Like, you
Yeah.
got to go with your dogs. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
But one thing I saw on Twitter was that he's
an
going to
extra
get the
body.
second possession of the game.
Really?
Is he's going to go out there? And, it's not like he's just suiting up. I think they're going to play him.
Yeah.
So that is one of the games I'm interested to watch. Is just kind of watch that.
Yeah.
Because
Cool.
I think other high school recruits might start doing that. Like, if you're a big time player, like an Arch Manning or the Nico Imalulala or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
they might start doing that.
Yeah.
But
I
that is
agree.
crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Coach Prime for a sec.
Yeah,
That.
he's a dog.
Yeah.
Am I going to be on the roster next year?
Yeah, those guys are soft.
Guys, I'm.
How many CU guys do you think are staying?
You know what? We're gonna actually steal a bit.
I don't know.
I don't think they're watching, but Cody and Diego and Zuch all did
Did they?
they picked 5 players that they thought were gonna get cut.
Oh, dude, this is so
I
funny.
think they said the next day, but we're gonna do within this month.
Okay.
So you're gonna find. Let's just do each of us find one player
Okay.
on the Colorado roster
On the Colorado roster.
and try to see who who's your pick to get cut first.
Can I, while we're doing that, let me ask,
Answer.
who do you guys, do you guys think that Deion Sanders is a good coach? A coach that can turn a program around like Colorado, which could desperately use it in a Pac-12
They're
that
terrible too.
is going to be ultra competitive next year? Or do you think he's more of just like kind of brings in money, brings in fans, brings in recruits? Because recruits can only take you so far. We see that with numerous teams every year.
Yeah. Once I pick my player, I'll answer that
Okay.
question. But,
I have my player.
you guys saw the video of
The
him,
press
right?
conference.
Like of him talking to players.
Oh, when he first
Yeah.
walked in.
He's like,
and
"I
the
got
kid,
my bag
took
and
his
it's
hat off.
Louis."
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
He is a dog. I mean,
I wonder if we're gonna pick the same player, Sean.
We might. I don't know. I'm still looking. I haven't found anyone really.
Google doesn't like to show pictures. Let's have to go to the actual roster. Oh, here we go.
Oh
Oh
my god.
my god. I just found someone.
You put the link on your Snapchat.
Yeah,
story,
I don't want to talk about it.
and you didn't link it.
Link it. I know.
Why don't you fix it?
Just delete it. You have 2 minutes. It's only been up for 2 minutes.
All right, cool.
Gotta be better.
I found my player.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a
Mark
couple. I mean,
You
I guess he's a freshman.
Who are you talking about?
Liam McGannon. He's a cornerback. He's white. He's 5'10", 180.
Okay. My pick is Owen McCown, quarterback from Rusk, Texas. He's a freshman, and he's 6'2", 175. I think he transfers because he knows what's his face. Deion's
Yeah,
son
but we're
is
talking.
coming.
No. It's who's gonna get cut.
Cut. I thought you
Who-
said it was just gonna like.
No, not transfer. Who Coach Prime is gonna sit down and be like,
Hey, you're not
You
coming
know, bud,
back.
find a new team.
I think.
Well, because he
I think
did.
that's him. Owen McCown. I'm going with it.
Okay.
Number 7.
I personally, there's a kid on this team, Chase Penry,
Dude, I almost picked him.
a
I
wide
almost
receiver,
picked him.
Oh, I did see
6'1",
that
190, is a sophomore. In the let's see, last year, he played in 4 games, had 2 receptions for 25 yards, had a single reception for 11 yards in the home opener against TCU. He was a 3-star recruit, number 7 player in Colorado, and the number 91st overall wide receiver in the class with a rating of 5.7 out of 10.
Yeah, my guy Owen McCown. He was the quarterback.
Oh, he was the starter.
He was the starter.
Oh yeah, he's toast.
Yep, he is leaving. He was a 3-star prospect though, out of Texas,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I
He's
just
done.
feel like he's gonna go to like an SMU or like a Houston type
Yeah.
thing.
All right, I'm gonna open this can right now.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Andy Avalos.
Oh,
Jesus.
here we go. I feel
All right.
strongly about this one.
This
Go
is gonna
ahead.
be a good little discussion here. I'll start with my statement. Beginning of the year, I mean, I've always kind of had a wavering opinion about Coach Avalos. Coming here, I was excited. After last year, I was like, give him another year. Give him at least 1 year. He's playing with a bunch of Harson's players. And then once the season started, that faith started to decline really hard. I mean, everyone wants to blame Hank. I think it was just the team as a whole.
A combo.
Yeah. I don't think Avalos was in the right. And also our offensive coordinator, Tim Plow. If you're watching this, you're a piece
Terrible.
of shit. Go back.
Fuck you, Tim.
Yeah.
Go back to Davis, boy.
But I think as of right now, I don't know that it's the right call to just give up on Avalos. Wait. I think that, I don't know. It's hard. You cannot give up on a coach so quickly. Like, I don't know. I think we'll see how, honestly, I'm going to give him until next year. I don't think anything should be done until next year, see how we start. If we are a declining program, then I'm going to jump on board and say fire
I
Avalos.
love that take.
I do
I think that is a great take because now you have an entire year of your guys recruited. Shut the fuck up. I will literally kill you. I'm right here.
Go on.
I don't know. I feel like we have the opportunity to make a statement next season playing at Washington, playing at home against UCF, and then who else do we play? We
Next year?
play at somewhere else.
Play Oregon, or is that the year after?
I think it's the year after.
Tell me.
But anyways, we have a good non-conference schedule for being a Power 5 team, and I feel like we need to win both those games.
Yeah.
If we win both those games, I feel like that gives us the momentum that we need as a program.
Yeah, I agree.
As a,
Pizza.
What?
No, I want to hear what he has.
Yeah. As I stated before, I'm on the outside looking in because I don't care about college football. I went to one game this year because of work and stuff like that. But unfortunately, the one game I went to was the Mountain West Championship game. What I can say, and and I feel very strongly about this, and I've gotten a lot of flack for saying this early on. One, I did feel like Tim Plow was the main issue. Obviously, I don't know how a guy from UC Davis comes up through the ranks and immediately joins a pretty large non-conference team. If you think about how competitive we've been for so long, you could argue that we've been more competitive than some top conference teams, like over the last couple of years. You know, being from where we are, and you look at it like last year, the season starts with that UCF loss, and it's like, okay, whatever. UCF is actually a pretty good team,
and it was close.
Yeah,
It wasn't like we got blown out.
Yeah, but what I noticed, and what's been a continuous trend in my opinion, even since kind of Cutter came back, is that we cannot score in the second half, and we blow leads in the second half like nobody's business. You look at last year, Avalos' first year, you can argue that, hey, it's the grace period, it's a whole new team. But there were so many winnable games, especially against ranked teams like Oklahoma State, who for 3 consistent years has been a top 15 team in the country. What are they, 20th now or whatever?
Yeah, I don't doubt that. With a lot of those, I just always wonder if it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's their, like that we blew the lead or they have a really shaky start. Because I feel like with a lot of those teams, they play so bad in the first half, and then all of a sudden
everyone is like that. Though.
Football's the second half game.
Yeah, football, and that's where I feel like Boise State lacked.
Adjustments.
Yeah, and there was a lot of games this year where even watching it, it didn't feel like a 2-possession lead felt safe. And I think you're looking at a team that has a lot of recruits. We never put
a team away.
Yeah, exactly. We never really had like a team on the ropes. And what I can say, though, to Avalos' credit, is I feel like once Cutter came around and joined the program, they got rid of Plow, and Bachmeier kind of, took a leave of absence, that pussy. I felt that the team started to make a big turnaround. The defense started to come around a little bit. Matlock started becoming a leader. Obviously, Taylor Green kind of took off quicker than we anticipated. What I noticed, though, is that watching the Mountain West Championship game, not only is our franchise kind of an L, our fan base is kind of annoying.
Our fan base is terrible. We were debating this in the South.
We could have, that game that stadium was half full.
Yeah. Well, one thing that people don't understand is the Mountain West Championship game wasn't a part of the season ticket package.
Yeah.
Everyone had to buy their tickets separately.
Which is crazy.
And it's kind of expensive, which I think is kind of dumb. That should be part of the advantage of playing at home. Yeah. If you're not going to go to a neutral site.
Especially season tickets. I bought season tickets this year, and they were...
those things are expensive.
Almost, I think it was like close to $200. I had to buy a ticket for the
How much was the championship game?
It was like $30 for the north end zone.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like a family of 4, it's almost $200 for you to
watch
to watch
a kind of a mediocre football game.
They're not going to watch it in the north end zone. They're watching it in their seats that they had the whole season.
And that was the thing. Yeah. To me, I was watching this, and it didn't even... And yeah, you could argue that because it is half full, it felt quiet, but it didn't even feel like a home game. No. I'm watching this, and I'm like, God, I feel like I'm watching high school football here. Like, the crowd wasn't into it. There was people to the left and right of me wondering what team they were rooting for, what color jersey they were rooting for.
We're also in the student section.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to the game.
Our students are terrible.
I think a big issue is that the school doesn't fundamentally give a fuck about the athletics program.
I think it used to be. I think people used to care, but honestly, it's like, it's hard to care.
Yeah.
Because, like, we keep going to these stupid bowls. And, I mean, I think...
Which we'll get into later.
My first year here, 2018, we did all right. I mean, did anything crazy. 2019, we won the Mountain West. I think that's the last time we've won the Mountain West.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a stat. We've won the Mountain West 2 times in the last 8 years.
Yeah, that's not Boise State.
No.
At least not the one that I heard about.
Boise State as a school has such a rich history of winning, despite the shortcomings of like not being able to pull top 5 recruits. And I think recruits is sometimes like, oh my God, Colorado just pulled a 5-star recruit from USC into the into the program. And it's like, well, recruits doesn't always make a difference. I think it's more about fit than anything.
We've always been an underdog
Yeah.
for a lot of things. I mean, a lot of that might have just been Coach P. I don't think that.
Like the culture that
I
around
don't
Boise
think-
State football is different now than when Coach P was there. Like people wanted to play for Coach P, and I don't feel like we have
Yeah.
those guys. Like we're not going to get the 5-star guys. You have to get guys that want to be there
Mm-hmm.
that probably shouldn't be there. The
Yeah.
2 to 3-star guys.
Yeah.
Like Skinner was a 3-star guy coming out
Like
of high
T.
school.
Crow.
Moving on.
Khalil Shakir, another guy that could have played extremely well at a program like Kansas State, and
Yeah.
stayed here. And obviously,
Yes.
I think he's gonna do some decent sized things. He, as a Seahawks fan, he kind of reminds me of a little Tyler Lockett.
He does.
Just a guy who can just
Yeah.
at any point
Catch
on a
anything.
scramble just catch anything, and he will scramble. I mean,
Yeah.
he'll get out and get an open
Yeah.
field, and he's gone.
Yeah.
He's extremely shifty,
How many-
extremely small.
Jamie, can you pull this up? How many drop passes did Khalil Shakir have last year? I'm pretty sure he had like 2 drop passes.
For a second,
Want to know?
wow.
All right, I'm gonna go cut this pizza, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
start this pizza review.
So
But keep talking.
yeah, I don't know. I think this is Avalos' like last chance. Something's got to change. I have a question for you, Yaz. What would it take? Because personally, I think the Pac-12 is going to be a little desperate in adding teams to make it the Pac-12 again, unless they want to become the Pac-10, which they have in years past. What would it take for the Boise State? What would it take for Boise State to become a Pac-12 school? And what are we missing?
First of all, I've been saying this for a minute, but we're missing a baseball team.
Thank you. That is
That is what is wrong with Boise State is we need a baseball team, and there's another women's sport. I think it's women's swimming. But there's like a certain amount of sports that we need in order to be a Pac-12 school, and not everyone understands that, and it's kind of frustrating because they're like, "Oh, we should be in the Pac-12," and I'm like,
No.
not necessarily. We don't have the athletics to do that.
yeah.
We'll finish up our
Yeah.
discussion.
And this is where I come back to how frustrating it is to be a fan of a school, and I don't even go to the school, but a fan of the school that doesn't really care about their athletics. It's not a school that's broke. We're not some Presbyterian school that, like a Bible college that needs to play Portland State and get blown out like 40-0 in the first quarter
Yeah.
to make our ends meet. Boise State has a massive alumni program. We have a massive funding program through Albertsons,
Yeah.
Their
Micron.
school
end zone.
likes to fund
I mean-
our football team. Like it makes sense. It brings in the most money for the school.
Yeah.
But it's like
A lot of Idaho likes Boise State too. It's not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people commute. People will commute
Yeah.
from miles away. I mean, people commute from McCall to come to games like this.
Yeah.
And, the only...
more if they're
Yeah,
$50 a piece.
no
Yeah.
kidding. The biggest thing that bothers me is that the only baseball program out here is the damn Boise Hawks. And that is a high school team.
Yeah.
I like the Boise Hawks. I like going to the games.
Yeah, they're fun.
I ran out on that field one time.
I just think
But,
I don't know. Sports are different wherever you are.
Yeah.
Especially with Idaho, I think it's very football centric. Especially with high school football.
But I-
Because there's not a whole lot of other things to do. Like it
Yeah.
makes
Right.
sense. They're a big market here in Idaho, and I feel like we're not taking advantage of it.
Exactly.
We as in,
and especially
Boise
like
State.
with just a lot of small town stuff. Like there's like they don't have enough people to necessarily even have a baseball team.
but they could,
So-
though. And they could. And that's my thing. It's like, I feel like it's better to try.
They did.
Well, they did, and then COVID hit, and they're like, "Hey, let's cut
Yeah,
this
they
funding
gave
so
up.
we can."
Yeah.
They just didn't care,
Yeah.
and
We had a team.
yeah, and it's not it's not a team that like it's a destination like a Vanderbilt or even a Gonzaga,
Yeah.
but
No, but it's giving guys opportunities to play at the Division I level that have the skill. There's not a place for them at other places.
and it's kind of what happens with Boise State football. It's like it's not always a
Yeah.
destination. Not many people want to come out to Idaho because besides Boise and the Village and Meridian, there's not much to do
Yeah.
here.
By the way, I looked up Shakir. He had 10 drop passes in his senior year.
How many catches?
We had 1,100 yards, 77 receptions,
Damn.
Pretty damn good.
hauled in 7 touchdowns.
He's so good.
And his QB rating when targeted was 94.7%.
So
That's ridiculous.
so he just caught everything in sight.
Yes,
He was damn near
basically.
perfect.
All right, we're gonna get into the fun part now. This is our food review.
Yeah.
We're doing pizzas, frozen pizzas right now.
Pizza.
Wow.
Oh, do we need plates?
Well, no, frozen. Yeah. This is Screamin' Sicilian.
We can be.
We can't.
It's a Wisconsin-based company. I just read 20 seconds ago that their grandfather came from Sicily. He had a 5th grade education, but a pocket full of recipes. Italian recipes, obviously, because he's coming from Italy.
How did you figure that?
I read about it.
Okay.
On the box or online?
In my head.
Okay.
Freestyle.
And yeah,
You
Screamin'
should've
Sicilian.
said on the box.
They have not had it yet. I've had it. It's honestly probably. I really like it. I think it's.
Do you guys see there's a Snoop Dogg and Lil Yachty pizza?
I did.
we
I was
talked
just
about
telling him
that.
about. I was
Dude,
on the way here
it's
because he
kinda-
brought up frozen
it's kind
pizzas.
of fire.
This is for those who are watching. This will be possibly customary as we go forward. We'll probably have more people joining.
At least a food review.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. At some point, we might be doing tier reviews or comparisons.
Snag one. Yep. Frozen pizza, alright.
It's crispy frozen pizza, crispy little joint.
They are said to be known by their sauce. And they
It did say
take pride in that.
secret sauce on the.
Yeah, they take pride in the sauce that they use, which is something as a pizza connoisseur I always look for is the sauce. If you've got some plain Red Baron ass sauce, fuck out of here.
Papa Joe's that sauce.
Yeah.
We need Anthony on the podcast. I feel like he'd be a good guest
Anthony.
speaker, just so he'd be cringe as fuck.
He would honestly review pizza. We could get him on the Red Baron segment.
That man loves
I
Red
should
Baron.
call him. Tell him to pause his Apex game and come over here.
He's not playing video games.
He told me that.
What?
He told me that the other day. I tried to get him on. Play Call of Duty. He's like, I put away the video games. We gotta grind the school. I said, Ant, good for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Man's doing it. This is good.
I won't get into that, but Sean, yeah, I'm gonna need another piece.
Yeah. All right.
It's kind of fire. I don't know if it.
Did you not eat the crust?
Dude, that part was a little tough. But anyways, moving on. I don't know. I like this pizza, but I'm such a fan of Totino's pizza.
Okay.
There is just
What?
something about a Totino's pizza that is just like
Okay.
so good.
So you talked to Cody about this.
Cody, a guy that might be coming on the podcast soon.
No, call him and tell him to come over here.
Yeah, he's being a bitch.
He's doing homework. He's not being a bitch.
I know.
Um,
Love you, buddy.
Grinding school. No.
Totino's, I put in a whole nother category. Like, I'm talking like frozen pizza, like, that looks like pizza you get at a restaurant. Totino's is just like a mud
A
slop
quick
of
meal.
grease, cheese, and sauce. But it's really good.
It's
So it's
store-bought pie hole.
So I was just about to say it's the pie hole version of frozen pizza.
Yeah.
No, you, like, that pizza is, that's like my favorite pizza of all time. That Totino's. But
Keith, will you grab those paper towels?
it's in its own category, I feel like.
I like it.
If you've ever seen a Totino's pizza,
I've never had Totino's pizza.
you would look at
That's
it.
the next food review. We're doing every single kind of Totino's pizza.
For a whole month, we just review frozen food or
Oh.
frozen pizza.
And for the viewers out there, this is Mother of Meat, Screamin' Sicilian.
Sean, aren't you the father of meat?
They used to call me the mother of meat back in high
Oh, okay. Can I get one of those?
This
Can
has
you?
Italian sausage, pepperoni, ham, and bacon. So
That's
a lot of meat on this.
Yeah, I like it.
Big meat guy.
I think the biggest thing for me about this is one, when you get a traditional like frozen pizza, I think the commonality is that it's very like, especially Red Baron, even if you cook it long enough, it feels very floppy.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough, in my opinion, like bread structure to hold up even like the low amount.
This guy just said bread structure.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
Yeah, the bread
Actually, I know
structure,
what you
like
mean.
the strength of bread. But there's not like even like the minuscule amount of toppings that they put on like a Red Baron all meat pizza. It's like fucking sprinkles of bacon.
Yeah, that's true.
There is whole chunks.
Yeah,
I mean, they
well,
put a whole damn pig on this thing.
okay.
Stop.
Stop. This is a lot of pizza. A lot of pepperoni. What a pig to be slaughtered.
You know, I was going with that.
Yeah.
Wait,
Holy.
um,
Speaking of which, I like their question they asked in the group chat today. If you could have a drink
Yeah,
off every
let's talk about
finger,
this.
what would you have as like your drink? I like that question.
can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Sure.
So what's your 5 drinks?
Come.
Okay.
Piss.
Sunny D.
Fire.
I hate Sunny D.
I
Okay, I'll
hate
let you
Sun- I
finish. I'm
hate
gonna let
Sunny
you.
D too, but like the idea of having orange juice in your finger is kind of Yeah.
Not mug, sorry.
mug
Root beer,
mug
anything
mug
but
connoisseur.
Anything but mug root beer.
Parker, is that more
Do
better?
Maybe a nice whiskey or something. I don't know. I don't really care too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have alcohol coming out of my fingers. Like, I don't know.
Seems
Just like
dangerous.
on tap.
Yeah, like it just seems dangerous. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Is that
a
any
lot.
moment you're like, I'm just gonna get plastered?
Yeah, but let's do Southern Comfort whiskey, and then
Mm.
we'll do last one, breast milk.
I was thinking about doing breast milk too, actually.
A lot of protein and nutrients in breast milk.
So I'm going. So no water.
No.
Okay.
Mm,
Water.
What? Oh.
Going water.
Yeah.
Minute Maid orange juice.
Oh.
Pulp free. Best orange juice there is. Then I'm going Fireball. Then I'm going lemon lime Gatorade. Then I need one more. Oh, cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke from McDonald's.
Cherry Coke. On
From
the last.
McDonald's? Really?
Kind of fire.
Okay.
The McDonald's Sprite tap.
So I
That's a good one.
I didn't understand the idea of this. Is this like liquid coming out of your fingers at any given point? Like it's on tap?
It's just like you have like 5 drinks on tap at all times.
Okay.
Type thing.
So obviously you got to go water.
Sounds kosher. What's kosher?
Alright, my mic wasn't all the way plugged in, so it sounded weird.
Ah.
But I got it.
Sick, dude. Thanks for ruining the first like 30 minutes of our segments.
No, I didn't. And you can fuck off, actually. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna choose water, for obvious reasons. I think. Secondly, I'd choose unsweetened iced tea.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker said from McDonald's, dude. No, the cherry Coke from Chick-fil-A is better.
Mid fillet. That's just me.
Nope, that's next episode.
Though.
No, the other one's gonna be sweet tea from that barbecue place in Huntsville.
Oh. I don't like sweet tea, but that was good.
Huntsville, Alabama, some barbecue place. I don't
Yeah,
know the
some-
name, but best
Like,
sweet tea.
Some old-ass barbecue place. Literally been there for 100 years. Some of the best barbecue
Everyone in
I
there
think.
had an Alabama hat, and I really wanted to stand up and just yell "fuck Nick Saban," but I knew I would have got trampled.
Nuck
Yeah.
fix Saban.
No,
Anyways,
fix it.
Keaton, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
Take a drink.
I'm gonna go.
Good
So water,
Yeah.
iced tea, unsweetened has to be unsweetened. Fuck sweet tea.
Ooh. Not
I'm all good.
Trying to
Save it.
I'm not saying I'm eating this shit.
I think I'm gonna go Long Island iced tea as my middle finger.
Ooh, that's kind of a good one.
Yeah, it's a good balance. I'd probably there's a drink called Bai, B-A-I.
Oh, yeah. My dad drinks by.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna go with that, and then I'll give me a Joe's.
For everyone that wants to eat.
Oh, it's not Joe's. Just give me a half and half. I'm not a lemonade guy, but give me a nice.
Arnold Palmer.
Give me a nice, consistent Arnie Palmy.
The movie theater. What are you talking about?
I'm maybe saying cherry coke from the
From
movie theater.
McDonald's?
Oh, the cherry Coke from movie theater is fire, actually. I'm still taking Chick-fil-A, though. Something about the chewable ice. In a drink.
It's
Makes it
so
better.
overrated. I'm sorry.
Tube ice?
It's overrated.
It's because you work at a
That's-
place that has it. You have easy access.
Worked.
Worked. Lean Feast doesn't have. Oh yeah. Now everyone knows where you work.
Soda, imagine.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
It's just like it's like fizz.
Counterproductive.
They do. They have sparkling water.
That makes sense. Like San Pellegrino.
Yep.
All right, so let's do this. We've and I hope most people watching now and later on have had frozen pizza. What would you guys rate this out of 10 in comparison to something like Red Baron's or DiGiorno or even like fucking Signature Select?
To me, that is better than DiGiorno pizza.
Okay. Rising crust or standard?
Standard.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go 8 out of 10. That was a really good frozen pizza. And I don't like frozen pizzas like that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Solid 8 out of 10 for me.
I'm probably gonna be in that same area. I'm a Red Baron Craniac because it's cheap and accessible.
Oh. Anyways.
But I'm gonna say like a 7.6. I think it was a little on the drier side, and that just might be the time that it was cooked. But
It also wasn't piping hot, so.
yeah, it wasn't piping hot, so that just the bread structure was there.
Structure.
But it was so it just had so many toppings, and I think it was like a good chunk of hearty toppings. It wasn't it didn't taste unauthentic.
Cheap. Yeah,
It
it
tasted
didn't
like
taste
real
cheap.
meat at
Yeah.
least,
Yeah.
as real as frozen can get you.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I agree.
I think that also this retail comes in at $9.99, $7.99 with
Actually?
Albertsons. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Oh, I thought it was at least 15.
Nope. $9.99, $7.99 at Albertsons for the sale.
Okay,
savings.
Grayson, you're fucking done. Yeah, I've had enough of you.
Can you tell Yoz is an avid red? He looks like one.
It's because I'm a redhead, that's why.
Oh, that's funny. What was I? Yes, I think
Retail?
that honestly, I would give this. I'll probably be on Ryan's side. 8 out of 10.
I
think
didn't want to give it a 9,
I should
but
on
I
Red
didn't feel
Baron.
like it was too low for a 7.
Yeah, it's hard because frozen half the time when I eat I don't pick Red Baron because I'm I just want real pizza from a pizza restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't really ever pick frozen, and if I do, I'm picking Totino's. Totino's has my 10 out of 10.
Which I've never had.
Dude,
Next
Totino's.
week.
Is it
10 out of
that
10.
good?
We are reviewing that. Probably not next time, maybe the 3rd episode.
Maybe.
Next time we're doing Chick-fil-A and
Versus
Popeye's
Popeyes.
chicken sandwich.
And we could add Dave's. We could actually add a Dave's hot sandwich
No,
now.
Dave's is a different breed.
Different vibe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a different.
We could do
like-
Dave's and that Cluck's place.
Yeah,
Mmm.
Kind of better than fast food chicken sandwiches.
yeah.
Yeah, could you consider Dave's fast food chicken?
No, it's fast casual. I would
It's
say.
fast casual.
Yeah.
We should do fast food and then fast casual.
There's a new place that opened up off Fairview called Melts. It's a grilled cheese place.
Ooh.
I've heard it's
Grilled
pretty good
cheese.
too.
Heard about that too.
Yeah, so
There's something about grilled cheese and tomato soup. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't like
Grilled
tomato soup
cheese
other ways,
and
but
tomato soup.
It's kind of fire.
Yeah.
I'm not a big.
Um,
Is this a hot topic? I'm not a big tomato soup guy.
Me either.
Me
No,
neither.
I don't like tomato soup. Other than dipping it with grilled cheese.
What I do like on my grilled cheese, and I think this is where it might get hot, ketchup.
On your grilled cheese?
To this day, if I make a grilled cheese, I will still
I have done that.
douse that shit in ketchup, and it is delicious.
That's
It's like
a hot take.
it's like mac and cheese and applesauce. It is
Do
just
you put ketchup on your mac and cheese?
no. I put applesauce in my mac and cheese every single time.
What?
Weirdo, dude.
That is.
Morgan used to do that.
I'm so wait.
Applesauce on mac and cheese.
Oh my god! Did you ever try it?
Homeboy's bringing
Yeah,
up his
it was
ex on the
terrible.
podcast.
Oh, I loved it.
It is terrible.
I thought it was fantastic, personally.
That is childish to me.
Is it?
I don't know.
Even to this day, I still do it.
It's like slop. I don't know. I just want it different. I want it separate. You know.
It is. It is slop.
Okay, you're done.
It is sloppy, but I don't know. It's a
Let
good.
me get my porridge. No, I know Parker puts ketchup on his mac and cheese. He's been doing it for years. Parker's one of my best friends. and
What about hot dogs on mac and cheese?
hot dogs and mac and cheese? I fuck with.
Really?
Protein in there, not
Mm.
bad.
Hot dogs and mac and cheese? Oh,
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
No,
it's
chicken
fine.
apple sausage. Adele's chicken apple sausage and Kraft macaroni and cheese is the best
Yep.
dish
Yep.
a 12-year-old can make.
True. So Keaton, you can make that, right? All right. Never
Well,
mind.
Keaton's older than that.
I'm 13.
Yeah.
13
Oh,
centimeters.
I'm
But
not gonna say that loud.
okay, here's a question. I knew you were going. So here's a question. Now that we're now bouncing off food topics, what is the classic condiments for a hot dog? Like when you guys go out to get a hot dog, and you're the classic craving for a hot dog, you're downtown. What do you get on it?
Ketchup mustard.
Just ketchup mustard?
Do you really want to?
Well, it's like
What?
Do you really want to ask mine?
I don't think the place downtown counts because they have so many different options. Not every place has that option.
Yeah, true.
Stadium hot dog.
Stadium hot dog.
That's so boof.
What do you
You
mean?
can only no. That's the perfect question. Downtown because that one has more options.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Okay.
a stadium, you're only getting ketchup, mustard, maybe mayonnaise if you're lucky.
Mayonnaise on a hot
Good
dog?
take. Mayonnaise on a hot dog. It's a Seattle thing.
Oh.
No, they do cream cheese. That's different.
Uh,
Weird as fuck.
We're in Seattle.
Right outside the Seahawks Stadium. I used to get them all the time when I worked there.
Interesting. I've never had that.
You
But
worked
yeah.
there?
Yeah,
When did
for
you
the
work there.
stadium when I did the security.
When did you work there? You like
You didn't
worked?
know about that?
No, you like worked in Seattle. Oh, for your.
Yeah, when I was in my
College.
freshman year, I did
No.
security there.
I was like, why the
What
fuck were you
school did you
flying
go
from
to?
Nampa to
Did you
Seattle?
go to UW?
Got it.
What?
Did you go to UW for
No, I
school?
went to Edmonds to
Hmm.
play baseball. Actually, Albert, I didn't play against, but I almost went to the school that he plays at.
Mr.
Yeah.
Elbert, you can tell Yaz is an avid Red Baron enjoyer. Hey. I'm the avid Red Baron enjoyer here. We all meet Red Baron doused in ranch.
But yeah, I used to do security for CenturyLink, and then I did all the Seahawks games and the UW games.
That's
I
fire.
actually saw Justin Herbert play at Washington.
Really?
That's sick.
When he was at Oregon. It
That's
was
cool.
dope.
Before we move on to the hot dog thing, I'm gonna say, mustard on pizza. Try it. Give it a
What?
chance.
Actually, I agree with that.
What?
Give it.
You
a
put
chance.
applesauce and mac and cheese. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah, I know, but that's like everyone
Just
likes
try it.
applesauce.
Everyone likes
No,
mustard.
I don't like applesauce.
I hate mustard.
That's why.
I had mustard on a sandwich the other day, and I was like, I was
Dude,
gonna pull.
on a
If you
Sandwich is
if you
fire.
like mustard,
It was-
try mustard on pizza.
You guys
I
like
promise
mayo,
you,
though?
your life will be changed.
I like.
Mayo on a
Just one,
sandwich.
one
I was
piece.
thinking about this the other.
One
I don't
mayo
even like
dog.
mayo in general, but I was thinking about this the other day. I like things that mayo has, like that when mayo's an ingredient, like fry sauce. I love fry
Gotcha.
sauce.
Okay.
I can't take mayo on its own. I like macaroni salad and potato
You
salad.
like aioli?
Uh huh. Love aioli. I love aioli.
What's that?
I love aioli, man. Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah. Garlic, good old garlic
Anyways,
aioli.
when I get downtown, and a hot dog, I order my hot dog. Hold on.
Don't you? If you ASMR, I'm punching you in the mouth.
You
Gets-
can't hear it.
Gets the ear on one side. Gets the ear on the.
I hate that shit.
This one's directional too.
Ew.
There you
All right. Sorry.
That was foul. Everyone leaves. I'm just kidding.
So, I order out my hot dog. I start off with mayonnaise. I do ketchup. I do mustard.
Like a stripe, or are you like dousing this shit?
No, I usually do a stripe
Okay.
because I put a lot on there.
Okay.
So mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup. I'll do sriracha. I'll do jalapenos, grilled onions, and then I'll finish it off with the ghost pepper mustard that they have
On top.
on top.
go.
And it is
Ghost
it's
pepper
it's
mustard.
it's.
It has to go in that order, or is it
hurts.
just kind of?
I mean, it's all over the place, but usually that's how I do it.
See,
Okay.
I think I go
That will fuck your stomach the next day.
dog,
but it's worth it.
right? Ketchup, mustard, the stripe. If they have dill relish, I'll do it. I don't like sweet relish, so dill relish. Then I do grilled onions on top. For me, that's it. Right there, kind of a little more simple, but like you get all the different flavors.
Mine is just to wreck your mouth. That's all.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm drunk. and I usually-
so fucking hot.
Yeah, that's me.
I love that video. I have a video of Sean yelling at me because his mouth is burning when he's hammered downtown. Yelling at Sheila and I because his mouth is on fire.
From the ghost pepper
From
mustard.
the ghost pepper
Yeah.
mustard.
Yeah,
It's
really
so
fast.
funny.
I say my classic. So, it used to be just ketchup, because I've always been picky.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do plain, then I went to ketchup, and I started to like kind of adapt a little bit. For me, a classic dog
Oh.
is just ketchup and onions. What's up?
We got some breaking news.
Uh oh.
Xander Bogaerts just agreed to an 11-year deal to the San Diego Padres.
Oh
my god.
oh
So
my!
who's the Padres starting?
Hold on.
Shortstop?
I can pull this up right now.
So are they not going? Well, Bogart's third base, right?
Bogarts
Yeah.
is shortstop.
Shortstop.
He doesn't play shortstop.
But can he play third base?
Well, no, because Manny's gonna play third. Manny's a Gold Glover.
Yeah,
plays-
many.
So
Shortstop
it's
is
gonna be-
Tatis.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Okay.
But Tatis, and
So-
can he even play next year?
Yeah, he'll play.
Or is he suspended?
He can play. He can't play until 30 games in.
Who's second base?
It's
'Cause
their.
You can put Tatis.
No, it's not. It's not Cronenworth. Cronenworth does. He's like a utility player, so he can play anywhere.
You can put Tatis in the outfield too. though.
It's the
Oh,
it's
you
the it's the
can.
Korean guy.
But then also, oh yeah, Kim.
Yeah, Song Jong Kim or something like that.
Mhm.
Ha-sung Kim.
Yeah.
Ha-sung Kim.
Yeah.
Which I love him. I thought he was so electric
He
in the
was
playoffs.
So ass on my fucking fantasy baseball team.
Hey,
So bad.
did playoffs count?
No, because
Okay.
it ends before playoffs.
Okay, yeah, it's like regular
But
football.
Keaton, where are your pants? Your mom's asking.
Does my mom say that?
Oh my god.
Wow. Hi, Mom. They're here. They're here.
Sammy boy!
Yo.
Make a
What's
guest
up, dude?
appearance.
Can I-
Now get over here! Just say hi. Chad wants to see you. Parker and Albert want to say hi.
Classic hot dog, first of all. Classic hot dog for me. Just ketchup and onions. I'm starting to like tomatoes, but I feel like it's just... I feel like I might get to a certain point where ketchup just becomes like, nyeh. And I'm just going to start doing tomatoes and onions. I
A
want...
hot dog?
Yeah.
Like straight up like diced tomato.
Yeah. You ever had a Chicago dog?
No, I haven't.
It's a big old tomato wedge.
Show your tattoo.
Oh. Yeah, look at that joint.
It's a flex.
Look at that.
Do a Riggs flex for me.
So let me look at the San Diego Padres
Dude,
starting roster.
Parker, get him to come out here and comment on the situation. He's not doing it.
San Diego Padres. Is Sam a baseball guy?
He kind of is. He's a Dodgers fan.
Oh, he probably feels strongly. All right, let's
You
look.
get him
Has
out
your
here.
mom not seen your tattoo?
No, she has.
I was like,
I
dude,
don't know
that's
what
a
she's
hell of a
tripping
way to show off the
Uh-oh,
tat.
Mom.
Uh-oh, I have a tattoo.
All right, $10.99 or $9.99 at Albertsons.
Are you advertising to my mom right now?
Dude, can
Well, anyone
we
on.
need a frozen pizza sponsor. That would be fire.
Screaming Sicilian, if you're watching this, please, we'll take it.
Okay,
All
so
your meats. Mother's Day.
we're looking at Fernando Tatis at the short. Let's see, Manny Machado at third.
Okay.
Ha-Sung Kim. I guess it's Kim Ha-Sung, but it's Ha-Sung Kim. It's second. Jake Cronenworth obviously can play second.
You said he's utility?
He's
Kinda
more
like
utility.
Tatis?
He kind of, yeah, he can
'Cause
kind of
he
play
plays
anywhere.
right.
Yeah, and then obviously you have Fernando Tatis playing short.
Dude, I don't know where you put Tatis, honestly, because you have Soto in right, Trent Grisham in center,
And he's a goal glover.
Cronenworth in left, Kim at second base.
I only saw it when it was new and raw. That's disgusting.
Thanks, Mom, for commenting that.
Just like when you
Reagan,
saw his ass
were you trying to come...
What the fuck?
You trying to...
That's-
Whoa.
for the first time.
Are you trying to make a guest appearance, Ray?
If you drive over here right now, Reagan, we'll put
If you
you
drive
on.
over here, we'll let you in on the podcast.
We have a Sean's
What are you
mic picks
doing
up pretty
homework?
much everyone.
We have extra mics and extra seats. Just saying, if you want to come pop
Yeah.
in.
We could use someone else on this thing.
We could.
It's a sausage fest. This is an all meat fest right here.
This is a mother of meats.
I literally cannot believe you just said that.
Daddy of meats.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
I only saw it when it was new and raw.
I don't know where is
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
All right, we'll see
Slide.
you there.
Slide.
Let me know if you're bringing all the hooligans or just you.
Wow, Xander Bogaerts, man. Where is he gonna fit? Okay, so my guess here is that they can transition Fernando Tatis to
Who
second
plays
base.
first for him? Sorry to interrupt.
That was a rotating cast. That's where Jake Cronenworth came in.
I was gonna say, does
Oh,
Cronenworth
yeah,
just play
he-
first?
No, he played in
Who's their first baseman?
something.
Oh, you know what? Because most of the year, their first baseman was what's his name? Eric Hosmer. And obviously he left in that Juan Soto trade.
Reagan, what did you say?
First baseman. Jesus. Oh, it was Josh Bell. Josh Bell was their first baseman. And obviously he's gone. So, wow, what are they going to do here? I don't think Manny could play first base. I mean,
I think
he could, but
But dude, how do you take his arm away?
that's like
from third
putting Matt
base?
Chapman at first base. It's
Yeah.
like Matt Olson is good at first base because Matt Chapman was there. And like obviously Dansby Swanson, who's the third baseman? Dansby
Austin
Swanson?
Riley?
Austin Riley, thank you.
Dude, I just don't think you take Machado away from third.
No,
His
you
arm's
can't.
Too good.
He's
too good
too
defensively.
valuable on that team. He is a
Do you think they trade Tatis? Was he part of the trade?
no.
Tatis?
There's fucking no way. I think Padres just have so much money, it's unfathomable.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, where do you put those guys? Or do you? He won't DH because I don't know.
Tatis looks like
Or is there a universal DH now? Am I wrong on that?
All right, so according to Bob Nightingale, shout out Bob. Here we go. Padres projected opening day line infield. So first base is Jake Cronenworth. Second base, Ha-Sung Kim. Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Third base, Manny Machado. According to Bob Nightingale, the Padres are now the first team in MLB history to have 3 players making at least $300 million. All infielders.
Jesus.
Plus, they have Trent Grisham, Jake Cronenworth, who can obviously just
slug.
play out in the field.
That is crazy to me.
I mean, if they don't, shout out Bob Melvin, because this man has a roster he can do damage with. If they don't win this year, I don't know what. I mean, their window of opportunity is so
Thanks for
vastly
stopping
open.
by.
Good night, boys.
Good night, Mom.
Oh, good night, Mom.
Good night, Mom.
She's not going to bed. She's just disinterested.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
These guys being dudes.
It's just guys being dudes. I'm surprised my dad's not in here.
It'd be funny. Dude,
Um,
we need the Voisin's dad as a guest on this podcast.
Oh my God,
that
so
shit would be
sick.
funny.
Yeah, I agree.
live reaction to the Niners losing Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh my god.
Sick.
That would be lit as fuck.
We should live stream a game sometime.
We should.
That's illegal.
We absolutely should. We should
Well-
do like a.
Just watch our reaction.
We should do like a World Cup game.
Yeah, people do that all the time. No, not as fun. You don't like the World Cup.
I mean, like
I
college,
love the World
like
Cup.
bowl games, like college football. I don't know.
We should do a bowl game.
Speaking of bowl games, should we do them?
Yeah.
Start
We
before
are
the-
going to
Let's
do.
rip the pick'ems.
We're going to do a pick'ems for college football bowl games. We're not going to obviously cover every single one because there are some shit
Well, let's
teams.
just go down and honestly do top to bottom list. If we find
Who's
a team
gonna
we
win?
can talk about, we'll
Okay.
give
A
a
couple
couple
minutes.
minutes.
Stewart!
Your dad.
Oh my God, my dad's here, dude. Let's go.
They're showing out for the
First time my father's ever been here in my life. That's sick, and it's on a podcast.
How long did it take you to get the milk?
Oh,
I think it was the cigarettes.
Wow,
Oh, the
escalating
cigarettes.
quickly here, boys.
Yeah.
All right, let's start at the top, go down. If we start arguing about a team, we have no longer than, let's say, 2 minutes to argue about it.
Nope, make it happen, Captain. Okay, UAB, Miami, Ohio.
I am in bed, but yes, I'm fully interested. Fairly
Just
interested.
interested.
Oh, fairly disinterested.
I literally said that, dude. Of course she is.
Bring up a topic, and we'll
Let's,
discuss
Mom.
it.
We'll
Well,
talk.
no,
We'll talk
after
about
this. We
promotions.
gotta
get
through
Let's talk
our
about promotionals.
Okay.
All right, you have versus Miami, Ohio. Ryan, you're gonna start, and then Keaton, then me.
Okay, UAB. I feel like their offense is more dynamic than Miami, Ohio, and they also have one of the best running backs in FBS. He ran for over 300 yards on LSU, and they lost by 30 points. So
Brutal.
UAB.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also go on that just because I'm kind of out on a limb here, saying
Yeah.
I don't know too much college football, so I'm gonna kind of ride with what you guys are feeling.
I'm gonna go with Miami, Ohio.
Okay.
I honestly think,
Are we just gonna quick circle some of them?
yeah. Circle them so you can see. We'll review them after if we.
I wish we had a fucking clipboard.
Too, but all right, Troy versus University of Texas San Antonio.
I'm going UTSA. I
Yeah.
just feel like they're a better team. They have a better schedule, and haven't they only lost like twice or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know the record of these teams, but I'm just going UTSA. I feel like they're building good culture over there.
Yeah.
Ask Dylan.
UTSA.
I'm going UTSA. They've produced a couple good draft picks in the last couple years. So I don't know. That's kind of all.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I
I'm
know.
gonna go with UTSA as well.
Shout out to Tariq Woolen.
Troy has.
Shout out Silas, love you. Kind of got
Silas?
the idea from the
Hey!
from him.
I'm in the
Oh,
car,
shit.
but I can't
podcast.
hear y'all, but y'all are crushing it. Thanks, Silas. When you come back over Christmas,
We will get
we'll
you.
have
on.
you on.
We
You
definitely
can't
need
hear
him
us.
on.
Oh,
You're
we
in the
need
car.
Silas.
But we'll text you about
Yeah,
it.
we'll
'cause-
text you. Not worry about it.
No, let's just give him a call right now.
Just get him on a Discord.
Nothing's
Yes,
ever
Colin.
wrong with driving and talking at the same time.
All right, Cincinnati versus Louisville.
I gotta go Louisville.
It's
My
kinda what I was
cousin used to play with the quarterback at Louisville, so I'm kind of homer pick on that one, but just kind of going with it.
Yeah, I'll go with that one as well. I mean, I'm a homer pick for Cincinnati, but I was already kind of thinking Louisville.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna pick Cincinnati.
My
They've
gut.
kind of fell off a little bit after getting a bid to the college football playoff last year, but
They also just lost their coach.
that too. Fuck.
this year, just now.
Well, you know what? I'm
Good
voting on the
pickle.
underdog.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna skip the next one. BYU versus SMU.
Fuck BYU. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm going SMU. I just don't like BYU.
Yep. That's just
No,
that's
I
like
think
that's a
it's-
contrarian's
yeah,
pick
it's a-
because BYU can suck my dick. Also, can we just talk about how disappointing Zach Wilson is right now, and how awesome it is that he's disappointing?
I can't. Yeah, I would have guessed that.
Yeah, he sucks.
Fresno State versus Washington
This
State.
one hits home. This is
This
where
is
we should have
two-
been.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That would have been.
What is this bowl? The Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
Yeah,
this
Could
is
have
a
been in
tough
that,
one.
but we would have been playing Washington State. It doesn't matter if it's that fucking weirdo Jimmy Kimmel hosting it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I meant more the teams playing.
Yeah.
Imagine having a bowl after your name. That's
That'd
sick.
be kind of sick.
I'm gonna go with Washington
guys
State.
Dudes podcast bowl. Imagine.
That's
Dude, we're gonna have it.
it's like the
Say
Barstool
less.
Bowl.
Are
Are we in unanimous for Fresno State here?
Washington State.
I was going Washington.
Jesus, Reagan. Hey, is Reagan here?
State. Yeah. We
Fuck.
we have a special guest incoming.
Hailing all the way from 3 blocks down.
Yeah, all the way from 3 blocks down. I have no idea.
Oh, was that Libby too?
Yep. We got the
Holy
whole
fuck.
Guest appearance. Hi, bitches. Oh my god, I zipped my hair up. Okay, wow.
Holy shit.
This outfit
Oh my god, we got a whole
We got
squad
the
here.
whole squad
is.
here.
We got all the funny bitches here.
Taurus,
Okay.
Libra, Aquarius. Let's go.
You got mine right?
Did I really?
No, I'm Aquarius.
Aquarium?
Someone sitting there. Yeah. Can you
All right.
scoot over? Or
Whose
Whatever.
fault is it?
All right, guys.
Oh, mine.
This
Let
is
me
my
see it.
first podcast.
Okay, let's do.
What are we doing?
Right now we're doing bowl pick'ems. We're deciding
What's up,
on who we
Serena?
think is going to win in each bowl game.
Okay. When's the next segment?
I knew you were going to say that.
Okay. Let's skip down a little bit. I don't know if I want to go through all these.
Do we want to do the college football playoff, or do you want to just pause this so we can go back later?
We'll go back later.
Let's go
Come
back.
back later.
Okay, we'll pause this.
How y'all doing?
All right, guys. How was your day? This is the
Good.
first
Megan and I
podcast.
just filmed each other's icks on TikTok.
Nice.
Sick. Can we?
Can you talk
Be
about
sure
it?
to.
Yeah. What's
Hey,
your guys'
uh,
major
There's
icks?
6 people.
You can
watching.
actually. You don't have to.
Be
No.
sure to subscribe to my TikTok.
Don't clip the
Turn your
mic here.
gain down on that.
Can you not?
I don't know how.
Okay, explain your icks now. There's 6 people watching,
How?
so don't worry about it.
Okay.
5.
Just
I'll
to we just did like Reagan and I's like icks towards each other.
Oh.
What, have I been clipping this whole time?
Okay, but
No, you've
should we
been-
explain what
Should we
what
explain
guys can't
icks?
do?
Yeah.
No, what about like real icks in men?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that
a good
works.
one.
And then you guys can say your icks towards girls.
Yeah.
My icks are girls
Okay.
in general. I mean, that's just.
Oh. Can I have a vape on this?
Yeah.
It's kind of.
fuck you want, Serena.
It's kind of
Thank
fuck.
you.
My mom and dad are like watching this, and it's kind of fucking family
Hey,
friendly.
Mom and
So.
Dad.
It's kind of
That's not-
fucking family friendly.
So.
Okay, Keaton.
We did put the kid friendly on it. What are you doing?
No, I didn't. This thing.
Jamie, what are you doing?
My audio's clipping a little bit,
Did
so.
you say
No.
Jamie?
What can we talk
Yeah,
about?
it's
I
inside
have
joke.
a lot on this mind.
I have a would you rather.
There we go. That's better.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's much better.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you guys are
I
gonna
was gonna
explain
bring
your
that up
icks
earlier,
and what
but-
they are.
Oh god, I gotta think.
Some people don't know what icks are, so can you guys describe that, please?
Describe
Where'd
an
the
ick.
iPad go?
Icks.
What? Oh, right here.
I have one.
Okay.
Talking to that mic.
Can you also explain
You wanna
to
scoot
the
up-
people
scoot
what
down a little
icks
bit?
are, just in case?
Oh, I'm not gonna do that part.
So
Okay, an ick is basically a turn off for a girl. Like you could, or guy,
Sean, put that in
It's just-
between you three.
call it a turn off.
Okay,
What's called?
an
Turn up the
ick-
gain a little bit.
An example of an ick for me would be boys who take baths.
I can't believe you just fucking said that.
Okay.
What if
An
I'm
ick?
sick? And I want to take
Boys
a
who
bath?
take baths?
It's
really?
more of like an everyday type of thing.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
bubble
another-
baths, like I don't know.
Is it?
It's
Not a
just
bubble
that
bath.
weird
Okay,
to me.
okay.
An ick I
What
have.
about when they were like 5?
Okay, no. That is so different.
We didn't really be specific.
You gotta elaborate.
No, it's like when they're like grown ass men.
Well, yeah,
What's
I think
the
if
definition of
taking-
grown?
no,
Yeah,
You're,
it's small.
you're
it makes sense. Let's move on because
Alright, yeah.
I think it's
my
pretty,
podcast. I can do whatever the fuck I
I
want.
don't think we need to do this.
I think it's pretty
Okay.
common.
Pretty
Like
self-explanatory.
okay. Serena, you
Yeah.
say you're it.
Mine is when someone's really attractive, but then they know they're really attractive, and then they act like they're hot shit, and it's really just gross. Yeah.
Is that
When you're genuinely self-obsessed and not self-obsessed in a joking way.
like
Yeah.
isn't that confidence though?
No, it's okay.
No,
to
there's a
know
difference.
you're hot.
You can
Like,
be
to act
confident,
like
but if
you're-
you're cocky,
Is that not Serena? Did she not explain her own ick?
she's joking. She said men.
But I'm not a dick about it.
You're not a dick about it, but like,
She's not.
I'm not.
no, like
It's gross because
putting
if
other
I,
people
then I'm
down
never gonna
and put
talk to
yourself
hot
up.
men, and of course I want to talk to hot men. But if they're just dicks
Me
because
too.
they know they're
thanks for
hot,
clarifying.
like
Okay, I'm gonna go a
That
little.
escalated quickly.
I'm gonna go a little less deep. Boys who wear slides with no socks.
ooh,
look like
that
this.
is kind of nasty.
Damn, thank goodness.
Almost got lacking there.
I know it. Tell me
Keaton
why
has socks
I
on,
checked
by
the
the way.
screen. I checked the screen before making sure
He's
that I
good.
could say it.
The white DSG socks on.
Okay,
Sean,
boys,
go.
yeah, you say something for girls.
Okay.
oh yeah.
Ryan, you go. I can't think of one.
Dude, I can't think of an ick.
I have another one.
You guys keep going.
Yeah, you guys sound like you're full of
We've
X.
been talking for a good minute.
Wow, you don't have
About
any
an
icks
hour.
for girls? Are we just
Not.
You know, I really respect
Oh,
a
I got an
person's
ick.
personality, and
I
like
got an ick.
that describes how they are towards
I
me.
mean, if I'm done.
If a
What?
person's a
You
good
come for
person,
one of us, I'm done.
I'm not coming for any of y'all. You guys are cool.
Dope.
And this is nothing towards y'all, but this is a true ick. It's a person that is like genuinely over obsessed with astrology signs.
Like full on
yeah.
believe in it, because like we talk about it, and we were talking about how we thought it was funny and
Yeah.
fun to talk
Ain't
about.
no
but
way.
Oh
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
get in this.
Woo! So he'll show up to us podcast, but not for
gamers.
my
Astrology.
What's up,
and
gamers?
I honestly know nothing about astrology.
Holy
I know
shit,
my
what's
only
going on,
sign.
party
Are
people?
you gonna try to talk
What's
yourself
up,
up?
Cody?
No,
How's
I'm really
Ron?
not.
Cody's
But
right there.
You were running?
But I'm not gonna lie. When I read
Did you
things
run
and
here?
I feel like it
You
reminds me,
are
I'm like, oh shit, that is so me. But then
Yeah.
it's like,
So,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I think it's-
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
You guys.
I was like, fuck it, I gotta be on the podcast. It's our first show.
It's
Like,
our
I'm
first
not gonna
show,
miss
man.
The entire thing.
So do we have to
Alright,
rename
what's
the
going on?
podcast now
You're
that?
sitting in Yaya's spot.
No, guys being
Oh,
dudes
you
is
told me to
always the
sit
thing.
here. Should I sit in
No,
there?
sit right
You
there.
gotta sit back though, Cody.
You gotta sit back.
You gotta
Why are you so
sit.
awkward, bro?
Damn.
Just lay in.
Can you just sit like
Set
a
it up for
normal
us
person?
three.
I kind of just
Yeah.
ran.
No, I'm just like,
You guys ran here?
No, like
Oh.
I was.
What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know. Okay, we're talking
Serena
about our
was
icks
taking a
right
shit
now.
before
Do you
this
have any
guy.
And
icks?
they rushed me out.
Me?
Hey, Cody, look at the comments. Look
Hey,
at the
one
comments.
talker at a time.
Look at one of the main comments.
Walmart has clipboards.
Sherry Simone,
You
baby.
guys didn't read
who's
that.
on?
Yeah.
I saw it. I
Feedback.
tuned in. I was like, your mom's
It's
on.
also, it is really small though.
Okay, anybody
I
else
was
have
dope. I
icks?
didn't know she had like.
Um,
Did she just go in and
I think.
Just watch it.
saw the light?
Okay, there is one TikTok dance that girls do. It's the one when they're like,
I just wanna rock.
no, not that one. It's like the
Like this.
that one right there.
Oh my
Get away
God.
from me.
Yeah.
That
Serena, do it again. Chat.
that one.
Wait, I didn't
We
see
did
it.
that once.
Yeah, well, that's good.
We also got made fun of it. Fun.
Words are hard.
They are.
Keaton.
We got made fun of it
New York
a-
minute.
as
Okay.
it was happening.
Wait, I really can't
Hey, Silas, baby.
It's okay.
Silas,
Hi,
he
Sai
was on.
Sai.
He was on. He was just
Still
reading in the
buddy.
car. All right.
You know what, I'm just gonna become Jamie. I don't need to be in this anymore.
Ryan.
Jamie!
Ryan, do you have an
Why
ick?
don't you sit on the ground right there?
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna slow the show.
One of my icks is
He's our Jamie.
people who are.
Oh fuck.
You
Dude.
fucked it. No, actually,
you're
you're still good.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
You're good.
There you go. One of my icks is probably people who moves to Nashville.
Oh, me too.
Okay, one of my icks is.
That makes sense.
Nashville is
big
such an
fat
else.
Yep,
Yeah.
This,
that makes sense.
he was supposed to move with you.
Yeah, one of my icks is saying
was
that
the
you would
first
move
person
with
that was
us
gonna
and
move there
then
with
not
me,
move with us.
All right, relax
Then he
over there,
don't,
Brock
so.
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah, but then I realized it was an ick, so I couldn't.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You're just jealous. You literally told me.
Okay.
At
We don't
breakfast-
need
We
to
don't
talk,
need to- we don't need to air
talk
shit out
about
right
that
now.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a podcast. This is not a drama
Maybe
class.
for another time.
This is not catching up with the
No,
Kardashians.
it's
This
not.
is.
It's not.
With the gals
I'm
at
just
brunch
saying. This
and
morning you said I
getting
wish
too
I
drunk
moved
on
with you,
mimosas.
so-
This is a
Catching
And-
up with the
those
Demo
are fun.
Dashians.
Don't
Another
even
ick
deny
is
it.
people who can't take a joke.
Catching up with the
Yeah,
Demo
and
Dashians.
I'm fully aware. You're just jealous.
So. Okay.
I would say a big
We
ick
don't need
is
to air
people
shit out
who
right now.
are obsessed with country music. Yeah, this is a podcast.
Me
This is
too.
not a drama class.
Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Love
one
you.
of my
Not
icks is.
catching up with the
Love
Kardashians.
you, but I gotta.
Some country music is good. I admit that.
I'll
Up,
admit
up,
some
up,
country
check,
music
check,
is
check,
not
check.
the
Ick is
best.
people-
I will not
Okay,
admit
exactly.
that.
You're an ick.
I do like a couple Luke Combs songs and some Vaga Productions songs. You know?
Eee.
Yep.
I would say a big that's about kind of as
All
far
right,
as that
who's
line
next?
goes. What about
Cody, how was homework? How's school?
That's cool, man.
School's going alright. You know, we're just grinding.
I admit that.
Got
Up,
about
up,
a
up,
week and a
check,
half
check,
left.
check.
You know, just going
I
on through.
do like a couple Luke Combs songs
And,
and some Vaga Productions.
It's a lot.
But
All right, who's next?
Fishing. What's your favorite fishing
Cody,
spot in
how's
Idaho?
homework?
Ryan, give us a
spot
topic.
would have to be the Snake River. Which
Oh,
part
uh,
though? Swan Falls Dam, right? And
You ask me some questions, I'll give you
there's
some
a
good
spot
answers.
below
Damn, if you venture on down a little bit, you find a good hole and there's some good catfish in there.
Good
A
hole.
lot of fun. Brought my brother and my dad out there, and they both had
Fishing. What's your favorite fishing spot in
area.
Iowa?
So if there's any fishers out there listening,
So wholesome.
anybody knows,
Which part?
I got the spots. I got the spots.
Okay.
Cody.
Rate everyone that you, all your fishing people, or all your guests you brought fishing.
Yeah, guest
So
Guest
every
fisherman
Guest fisherman you brought.
that you've brought. Who's your favorite? Who's your least
Oh,
favorite?
everybody I fish with.
Fishing. What's your favorite? Start from top to
wisely.
bottom.
Oh shit. Okay, for me.
So
It has to be everyone you
So
brought.
6.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
6 would be. Well, I've never fished with Serena. I don't think so.
Sorry.
You fish
The
with.
designated spot.
Yeah. You fish with like Alan and Scott.
Guest
You fished
fisherman
with.
probably be. Well, are we doing
Who's
just
your favorite?
like
Who's your
this
least
group?
favorite? Yeah.
Yeah, do this group.
So 6 would
Start
be
from
Serena,
top to
and
bottom.
then 5 would probably.
Ooh.
I'm just curious.
You're just a city girl.
Dude, you are taking everything to heart. You fish with.
Like you fish like one.
You
That's
fish with
it,
like
right?
Alan and
It's okay.
But
Scott.
it was fun. You caught a fish. I remember.
And then
You caught a trout. And
Yeah.
then
we ate it. I caught a fish when I was 9,
That's very cool.
so I feel like I should be above Reagan.
What were you fishing?
Bluegill.
Something
That wasn't
big.
my first
Big
fish.
catfish bait. And then I would say
You are taking everything to heart. You fish with.
4 would probably be Libby.
That's it. Didn't expect that.
And then 3 would probably be Ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He caught his first trout with me.
That was funny.
Dude,
That was awesome.
That
And
started
then he
funny.
proceeded to.
Lose it.
Well, I flipped over the net to kind of trap the fish inside. And, I was like, all right, decide while I go get some pliers.
Hey, Sherry
Oh, hey,
said.
Sherry, how you doing?
That's Mrs. Simone for you.
Hello.
I think it's crazy
Hello.
that I
That's
beat
not wrong.
Reagan because I think I broke your fishing pole.
You did.
That was
that makes
He has broke 2 of my fishing poles.
I don't understand how it's 6.
Well, you know, I didn't know the net
I
was turned
was
over
drunk and he
let
got
the fish
distracted
go, but
before finishing
It is
his.
what it is.
Hey,
you know?
Sherry
Oh,
said-
hey, Sherry, how you doing? Fish lives to fight another day. We got had fun.
Hey,
And then number 2
I
was
still
probably-
caught him though.
You
That's
still
all that
got it.
matters.
You still got
You
it.
did
I've
get him.
got a picture.
He got him.
Number
Cody's
2 would
fish.
probably be. And I get that top spot just because me keeping.
Yeah, you guys have fished longer.
He has broke. I mean, it could be a tie because Keaton has broke 2 of my fish.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's be honest though. One of
Libby
those,
almost broke one.
one of those, I paid for the pole.
He got him.
That is true. I will say he went all the way. We were on the river. He drove all the way to Dick's Sporting Goods.
No, I drove all the way to fucking Big Five. Off the
Or Big
freeway.
Five fishing, fishing rod and reel, and came all the way.
That's respect.
That's
I feel
respect.
like that deserves number 1 call.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, we did line up the
Just send me a new
put the
truck.
line, Libby, a new reel, and
One of those.
Oh yeah.
Um,
my list.
That's,
I will
yeah,
say
it's a
he
fair
went all
list.
the way.
All right, here's a question.
He drove all the way to Dick's Sporting Goods.
No, I drove all the way to fucking Big Five. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Fishing.
Well, I was gonna say.
Someone asked something good.
That's
I
respect.
need to pick top 5 fast food restaurants.
Okay, cool.
Top 5?
We could
You have
also
5.
bring in Reagan's drink question.
We already did that.
We already did that.
If you guys were watching, thanks.
Shout out to everyone watching.
The
The 5 fingers.
I thought it was a great question, by the way. And we had
Piss.
It's kind of a good one.
yeah, we had a good conversation about it.
rest of the contest.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Someone
Fireball.
Lime cucumber
Gatorade on a
Gatorade.
nipple.
Yeah, nipple Gatorade.
Nipple Gatorade.
That's the
IV.
best Gatorade.
IV.
Top 5?
We could
Just
also
I'm telling you,
bring in
I think they should put Gatorade in titties. 'Cause then
If you guys were watching,
that
thanks.
That's sick. I was thinking more like Powerade.
Yeah.
Suit body armor.
I would if there was Gatorade.
Yeah, we had a good
Go ahead.
conversation. And next question.
Top 5 fast food restaurants.
Okay.
I think we go around, or we do top 7. We all have to pick one. It can't be the same one.
Okay.
Oh, is it like-
because I
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, we
did
can.
two
It's my
places.
podcast. I'm going number 1 Chick-fil-A.
Suit body armor.
okay, that was one of mine.
Are we going
Yeah.
number 1 all the way around?
In and out.
And next question. Ugh.
Top 5 fast food restaurants.
Okay.
I think we go around, or we do
That's nice.
Number 1, that's tough. That's really tough.
Is your audio picking up?
Is it like
Popeyes.
Popeyes. Okay. Kind of a hot take, I feel like.
I'm going number 1.
To each their own.
Are we going number 1 all the way around?
In and out.
Next question.
Ooh, guys, I don't know. Oh. No.
Number 1, that's tough. Del Taco is tied for first.
That fucks me up.
Del Taco's the only place here that is open 24 hours and I can
That
actually
is
order.
yes.
So you know what?
But the next day I regret it.
So high.
I
And
feel
the next day you're on the
horrific.
toilet for 3 hours.
And I look pregnant all day.
Hey, MC Hammer, you don't have to talk into it like this.
Actually, not when you do.
No, he is clipping. He's clipping the mic though.
Wait, can I go last?
Del Taco.
Sure. I'm gonna say my
That fucks
my favorite. My,
Del
my
Taco's
number
the
one
only
is Jeff.
place here that is open 24 hours and I can
That
actually
is
order.
yes.
So you know what?
But the next day I regret it.
Oh, we
No, no, it's just top
No,
five.
no.
And I look pregnant all day.
Hey, MC Hammer, you don't have to talk into it like this.
OJ
I was gonna say, what's that other one?
And they had that David and Clowney stuff all over.
Dude, she was.
They had in South Carolina where we were at. And,
Oh yeah, because Jadeveon Clowney, South Carolina.
and they had literally like all that stuff.
Takeout or something like
They
that?
had
Back
pictures of them,
out?
highlights.
Oh, Cookout.
Cookout.
Cookout is fire.
Okay, yep.
Hello?
Hey, MC
Okay. I was gonna say, what's that other one?
It's on the podcast.
Okay.
Put on speaker if you're gonna be on phone.
Hold on, you're gonna be on it, Zach. Ready?
If you're gonna be on speaker.
Alright.
Takeout or something like that?
Just Cody, Sean,
Just gotta
myself.
tune in.
Cookout.
Cookout is fire.
Cody,
Boy, way to promote.
Click the link.
Click the link if you want to know.
Click the link, subscribe,
swipe up.
give us ideas.
How many people are
What's
actually?
going over there?
Put on speaker if you're gonna be on
Yeah,
phone.
they're online.
How's your Spotify rep?
If you're gonna be on phone.
Renaissance
Oh,
man.
I have big news, guys. I have officially switched to Spotify.
Yeah.
Do you know Cody used to use?
I've only been nagging him for like a year.
Click
You
the
wanna
link.
know why I got it? It's because Torn had an extra spot on his family first.
That's what Cody was doing.
So I don't pay for it.
And then after.
Cody, can Spotify rep? Yeah.
I would probably say it's a
I have officially
This one's hard.
close tie between.
Yeah. Ooh.
Freddy's is pretty good.
I don't care what anybody says about Freddy's.
No, Freddy's is
They
good.
have weird looking fries, but that shit's still good. I will
They
probably
do have
add
little.
Popeyes.
They have very miniature fries,
Popeyes
but.
just-
They have good
tastes
ice cream.
Ooh, I vote Five Guys.
I
Fast
out
food.
of like coffee,
Oh.
like Starbucks, Dutch Bros or Dunkin'. Okay, that's a good one too, but
McDonald's?
I'm thinking like
McDonald's
what's
has
it
the best
called?
flat coffee. Get that out there.
You know what? That's actually not. I will
They
probably
do
actually
have.
not
They have very
vote
miniature
for
fries.
I will say McDonald's coffee ain't bad. Like
Well,
the iced coffee, that shit.
See, but I'm someone that like
That shit makes me
might as well just not go to those type of places because I truly just only drink black coffee. Iced or hot is just in my
Black Rock?
opinion, the only way.
It's about
Black Rock has good coffee.
I'm a basic bitch.
coffee.
All right. Okay, I have a new question. Is everyone settled on coffee?
Who are we voting for in this upcoming election? Trump or?
Okay.
If everyone, okay, put your finger, one finger for yes.
Might as well
Two
just
for
not
no.
go to those type of
Thumbs?
places 'cause I truly just only
Your
drink iced
no.
or hot is just zero.
why did you left me?
One is yes, two is or one is in favor of, and two is in favor against. All right.
Trump or?
Thoughts on abortion? Okay. Put your finger.
Wait,
I'm kidding. Don't. I'm kidding.
Peace.
Keaton took my joke. Nope. No.
Abortion's kind of mid. Abortion and Drake.
One
Drake was
is
my
yes,
number one
two
artist.
is or
Jesus.
one is in favor of.
But you have to respect my music taste
Favor
if you
against,
really
alright?
want it.
Yeah.
I still like Drake. I mean, there's plenty of people.
That's just kind of my downfall. I have to agree.
That's my downfall.
Drake is.
Drake's just so mid.
Keaton
But I
took my
love
joke.
him. I can't
But
stop
people
loving
love
him.
him.
He's a great R&B artist.
Okay, you can hate on him, but you can't deny that he's like.
What about like
one of
Take
the
Care?
most
Like,
well-known artists.
He is the most well known.
No, that whole album.
Like he's gonna be the artist that.
We're not talking about
Sure,
Drake.
There's only like
Sure,
maybe
but
like
Drake?
Children. You
Popularity.
can't.
We're not talking
Most of
about
them are
Drake on this
features.
podcast. We're not talking about
say that
Drake
he's-
on this podcast.
Drake?
Drake?
He took all my whole fucking flow.
He's a great R&B
What?
artist.
You can hate on him, but you can't deny that he's.
What about like Take
What's
Care?
up?
Okay, no. Here's a question. Here's a question.
Cam Wade's
He's
brother.
gonna be the artist.
We're not talking
He
about
came to basketball.
Drake. Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah.
We're not talking about Drake on this.
See, Ray, now we got this mic too, so we're fucking booling over here.
Oh.
Little adjustment on the fly for the potty.
Sean and I got.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the one Sean got.
So,
Okay, no. Here's a question. Top 5.
Let's not be top 5. There's some good
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, here goes. Number 1. I'm assuming we all watch cartoons.
so we're
as kids.
fucking-
What was the greatest kids cartoon
Little
that you watched?
adjustment
Up
on the
until
fly for the
you were about like 12.
Tom and Jerry.
Keep in mind, there were shows like Regular Show, and Family Guy, like still Adventure Time, like we're still going on.
Okay.
But you also had like SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
I mean, like,
Top 5.
That's number 1.
You quote SpongeBob to this day. You can't even deny.
That is
no,
one
I'm
of the
not
greatest
saying
shows
anything
of all
about
time.
SpongeBob. I'm saying like Family Guy. I feel like would be like
Not in that
not
genre.
in that genre. Like,
They
we're
don't.
talking about.
It's definitely not a
Yeah,
kid's
I was
cartoon.
watching Simpsons
Tom and Jerry.
as a
Simpsons
young
counts.
South Park.
child.
Do you guys remember that show, the Imaginary Kids show on
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon
Dragon
Network
Tales?
with Blue and what's
Yes.
that? What's
Oh,
that?
the Amazing World of Gumball?
No.
No, the Imaginary.
Big Blue House.
Yes, no. Foster's Home for
Yes,
Imaginary People.
Foster Home for Imaginary Kids. That show.
Oh!
was goated.
Yes,
Yeah.
no,
Show
you
was
did.
goated.
You did.
I
I
also will say regular show also goated.
I actually think a very underrated
show,
show that doesn't get talked about as a lot was Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh
Yes.
man,
Codename
That was
Oh,
fire.
man.
That's
was
foreign to me.
so
You are
good.
bringing up memories right now. That shit was
Jimmy
great.
Neutron.
My favorite show is Johnny
I
Test.
did love Jimmy
Jimmy
Neutron.
Neutron was cool.
Johnny Test.
Johnny Test.
I was never
Johnny Test.
Johnny
That was a
Test
good
was
one.
fire.
That was a good one too.
Literally since I was a kid, I
You watch the news?
yeah.
She only watches
I-
war
Foreign to me.
movies and
Horror movies are
romance.
good.
They are
Favorite
good.
movie?
Neutron.
Oh,
My favorite show is Johnny Test.
Reagan.
I have so many.
I like 13 Hours.
Share it
Ryan's
down.
Private.
12 Strong, Lone Survivor, American Sniper. Since I was a kid,
I think that's the best
12
one.
Strong's a good one.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge.
13 Hours.
13 Hours is my favorite.
13 Hours is my favorite.
Private Ryan.
Zero Dark 30 now.
I'm someone that values cinematography a lot more. I think 1942 is extremely,
I have so many.
extremely well made. Almost entirely made on one shot. Although it was
Survivor,
made
American
with
Sniper.
Yeah.
pretty true
Crazy.
concept.
All right.
13 Hours.
13 Hours is my favorite.
13 Hours is my favorite.
Private Ryan.
That's hard.
First one that comes to the dome.
Rush Hour. The first Rush Hour.
Hangover.
I was gonna say Hangover.
Hangover's
I didn't like The Hangover.
I like Step Brothers. I think that shit.
Oh wait.
Step Brothers.
You're
was-
right.
That shit's so funny.
That one's so good.
I think The Hangover or The Other Woman.
The Love Guru.
Ooh,
The Love Guru.
we always said that.
This is the best comedy movie.
13 Hours is my
Bridesmaids is funny.
Bridesmaids is okay.
Bridesmaids is
Wedding
good.
Crashers, I think. Is
I'm thinking Dumb and Dumber.
Ooh, Dumb and Dumber.
I like Dumb and Dumber. Like the comedy in Dumb and Dumber. No, I don't, Cody. I really don't. Okay.
Another good one's Liar Liar.
Liar Liars.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Anything with Jim Carrey.
Wait a second. We always
Wait.
Jim
say-
Carrey.
wait.
Okay, honestly, Jim Carrey was my favorite, so it's kind of biased.
Happy Gilmore's.
Yes.
Underrated.
Waterboy. Sean.
Yeah, Waterboy. We watched it last night. It was funny.
Dumb and Dumber.
I like Dumb and Dumber. Like the comedy in Dumb and Dumber. No, I don't, Cody.
Favorite
I really don't.
Nicholas Sparks movie.
Okay.
Another good
The Notebook.
The Longest Ride.
The only one I know is The Notebook. Jim Carrey.
Best of Me, The Choice, Longest Ride.
Oh,
Best
you know
of
what?
Me.
I remember that
Dear
scene in The
John.
Choice where they.
Best of me.
Haven.
Best of me.
So I haven't seen The Choice, but I remember I was on TikTok. And it was that scene where those two people were
Hey, I
like
cried.
at that one place doing that one thing in that movie. And I was like, this is a good
Yeah,
movie.
that's a good prior.
Remember the
It's a good movie. The Choice is sick.
The Notebook.
When they had to make the choice.
The only one I know is The Notebook. All right. More importantly, we all go downtown a lot. What is your favorite bar and why? Starting with Cody.
I haven't seen The Choice, but
Like just downtown.
It has to be only downtown.
Downtown.
Main Street.
Fifth and Main.
okay.
Fifth and Main.
It's a good movie.
I fuck.
The Notebook.
Me too. That's mine.
All right. More importantly,
I think they have the best music.
The music.
gotcha.
That music
I like
just
that.
makes you want to get.
But you have to
I
go
don't
into
know.
that dance floor.
I think
Go,
the
Libby.
best music is.
If you say Roddy's, we're
No.
Downtown.
I love Silly.
Roddy's plays the same.
worst music.
I love Silly.
I lose my mind.
I do love
Silly.
Silly.
I
love
have
Silly.
their drinks aren't as expensive as Amsterdam, and they're not as expensive as
music.
Roddy's, and they play.
But you have to
good
go
music.
into that dance floor.
I think play like
Go, Libby.
if you actually.
If it wasn't for Rocky Johnson,
No, it still tastes good.
Keith, what do you have to say?
Is music PC?
I
I like it at all.
The only problem
I like
with
whiskey bar.
Silly is that they don't have a dance floor.
Yeah, it's more of just like a starter
It's more,
bar.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
just
I
But that's why I like
But
it.
like that's why you like it because
It's so
it
chill.
kickstart
It's
the night.
nice.
Like
But I also hated it as a freshly 21-year-old. I didn't like it until
Keith, what do you have to say?
if
I will
it,
say, okay, Amsterdam.
How about
The
I
dance
just
floor
get,
is fun with the music, but it's always so fucking crowded on that dance floor. I feel like I'm dancing.
It's
like
better
this.
in the summer when
what's the
it's
difference?
like
Yeah,
the
I
doors
do-
are
I
open
feel
and
like-
it
Yeah, yeah.
flows
What's
better.
the difference between that?
But that's why I like it.
Roddy's
Whiskey
are
bar
still-
sucks.
Roddy smells like a
Thank you,
locker
sir.
room.
Whiskey bar is fucking tragic. Whiskey bar is boring. Feels like I'm in a library.
Whiskey bar's like if you just want to go chill.
Yeah, whiskey bar.
I feel like
If you accidentally got, it's if you got dragged downtown, but you're not trying to do a little bit.
Play free pool.
If it wasn't for Rocky Johnson's 90-year-old raspy ass sounding voice, like
Let's talk about that.
God damn it, those AMFs are so good.
Hot take.
Amsterdam is the
Gotta be
Go Bar
careful.
by Ben Dooley.
Feels like I'm in a library.
What if we gave like the perfect
Amsterdam
downtown
is the
run?
goat bar. Yes, it is.
Who said that?
Yes, sir.
Hell
Bon
yeah.
baby.
Bon Dooley Ferda.
Do we know who Bon
Shout out
Jovi
Vaughn.
is?
What did it say? Rocky Johnson's 90-year-old raspy ass sounding
Peek
voice.
that 8.
Strange love.
Strange Love. I hate Strange Love.
I like Strange
Strange
Why do
Love.
you like Amsterdam so much? You fell down the stairs.
What if we gave like the perfect downtown run?
How did that happen?
By the way, backstory, there's 2 stairs. 2 steps.
Bon Dooley Ferda.
There's 2.
On the TV?
So we had a bike
Sean,
bar and
fuck
I
off.
got belligerent and
Peek that.
probably the most drunk I've ever been.
You've never gotten belligerent.
Never.
Who drinks and just words
We were
that
at
slur?
Amsterdam. I was off my rocker. I was fucking dancing. I was, I was going off, and it was very slippery by the bathrooms. And I drunkenly walked up the stairs and went to the bathroom. And I walked back out.
Sean, fuck off.
I didn't really pay attention to the steps. And
You've
as
never
soon as I
gotten
hit the
belligerent.
top, slipped, ate it. Crease of the stair hit right into went digging right into my back. So painful. I popped right back up because that's what we do. And this bride comes over and asks me if I'm okay, and like a bunch of people. I just walked right past them. I was so embarrassed that I was like, okay, I need to get the fuck out of this bar. But yeah, that was my story of
You've never gotten
falling down the stairs at Amsterdam.
I got
That
a-
hurt, dude. I couldn't even lay down in bed. I got in bed at 3 a.m. that night, and I was like, went digging right into my back, just stiff as fuck.
I remember I got kicked out of Roddy's one time. I fell asleep in the bar.
Really?
You got kicked out of Alex.
No, I got kicked out
Oh,
of the
should we just tell
that's
our
where
words
we're
of our
learning
stories?
I've been kicked out of quite a few places.
But Keith, I want to finish the segment of what's our favorite bar and why, and then we'll go back. We'll go back to our worst story.
If it wasn't for Rocky Johnson, I'd say Hump and Hannah's. But I'm probably gonna say Tom Brady's, just because I think there's like 3 levels. There's like always that ass DJ that's playing at the middle. When you first walk in, he's like, "Get up!" and there's like 15.
What's our favorite
There's
bar
like
and why?
3.
Bon Dooley.
What did he say?
It's the first episode, and guys being dudes has turned into guys being dudes and dudettes.
That's fire.
Is that not the
Fire
truth?
comment.
No idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Tom Brady's. I think like the Get up and there's like what is that upstairs room? Yeah, a little
Bon Dooley.
I like that little. It's got like a nice little vibe. And then you can go.
It's
right
the first
downstairs
episode,
and,
and guys being
sit at, like, a
dudes has
little
turned into guys being
sports
dudes and
bar.
dudettes.
You can play pool and then you can also go to a dance floor.
Yeah. Okay.
Serena?
I'm also called a pussy. But
I chime in with
yeah.
No idea.
Who is this person, and how do they know my name?
I think like the
We did.
Who's Bon Dooley?
Like a what?
Is this
What does she look
Looks so
like?
sophisticated.
Damn, girl.
this is Reagan?
Oh, maybe this is Diego's
And guys
burner.
being dudes has turned into guys being
Oh.
Burner accounts does Diego have?
He said whiskey bar sucks. I don't know. Is this Diego?
Who are you?
Show your identity.
Yourself.
Hey, maybe it's Wyatt. We'll sneak you by it.
Who's Bon Dooley?
Comes
Like
from the
a
group
what?
chat, and we
What's
did throw it in
Bon
the
Dooley?
chat. Could be anyone.
I don't know.
Bon?
Serena,
I
What-
chime in with Amsterdam.
chime in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean.
Goated.
See, I was gonna say Tom Brady.
You just show up.
But honestly, okay, you can shit 11-11.
Show your
Shit
identity.
Yourself.
You can shit on Rocky all you want, but I will say, if you're drunk enough, When you're with all your friends, one person.
One person.
I chime in with Amsterdam.
Chime in Amsterdam. Okay. Sean.
Anyways, I will say that it is. It can probably be the most fun if you're sitting. Stop talking.
Show your
If you're all drunk enough and you're like all dancing at Hannah's on the dance floor, I think if you're drunk enough, just as fun. With all your friends. Amsterdam, I feel like it's always just like I don't know, too crowded. But I have had a lot of fun there.
We'll give you Hannah's has the best cranberry.
Sure. I will say
If you're gonna talk,
anything mixed with cranberry, there you can mix.
When my UTI is acting up, I crave a cranberry drink.
drunk enough.
Okay, Ray.
Ray, what's your
What you got
go-to
for
bar?
us?
Here.
Okay. When I was freshly 21, I would have said Roddy's, but not anymore.
That's what you always
Every time. Actually,
we all do. So I don't know why we're all.
we all end up there, but I would probably. I loved Silly in the beginning, and yeah, I've been liking Amsterdam a lot more.
Ray, what's your go-to bar? I think my favorite one is Hannah's. Even though like Rocky
when I was
sings and
freshly
you don't want to
21,
hear
I
it,
would've
I think
said
Sean's
Roddy's.
point of everyone being drunk, if you're in the right space with your friends, Hannah's is the most
I
fun.
have a hot take about.
We all end up there.
Rocky,
but
okay.
I feel like when you're really
I would
fucked up,
probably.
like, it's so
I
fun
loved
to, like,
Silly in the
like,
beginning.
yeah, Rocky.
Yeah.
Get that
Just
shit.
where you walk in there and you're not as drunk as you
And you're just like,
My favorite one is
And she's just
even though like Rocky sings.
East Side Tavern.
I think Sean's point of everyone being
It's
drunk.
Diego.
It's Diego.
security
No, he's
guard.
not.
Something Rocky
Hannah's is the most fun.
I have a hot take
Sorry.
about.
We all
They have yelled at
Rocky,
me.
okay.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times I've gotten in trouble because I've walked into the
Yeah,
bathroom.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Get that shit.
No,
I have a question.
Jesus Christ. I'm clipping that.
Holding Ryan up.
No, like if I go with a friend, like it's not
Wait,
waiting
why
line.
is it? Why is it
Diego.
transphobic that I don't like Rocky Johnson? Did she used to be like a man or something?
That was a joke. But you're gonna.
I mean, she has a pretty manly waist.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times.
No, he's Bond. He's Bond Dooley. Okay.
Not Diego. Not Diego.
Well, who the fuck is it? Tell us.
Sometimes you got to realize that this is literally just on the internet and anyone can click on
Why
it.
did they know Frankenstein?
Because we said it 900 times.
Oh.
Hey, question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Spill.
Ask away.
Sue Boston.
This is kind of scary.
Dude, if this is Sam, I'm going to kill him. Okay.
Well, who the fuck
Dude, he got, speaking of which, Sam got his
Sometimes
Discord
you gotta
hacked
realize
today.
that this is
and
literally just
he's
on the internet.
Accidentally
Anyone
sent a
can click
porn
on it.
account to every one of his servers. We said it 900 times. Every single one of them. He had to delete his account. Shit was so funny. Spill.
Wait, Sean. This is kind of scary.
Dude, if this is Sam, I'm going to kill him.
I have mine.
Okay,
Mine's quick.
I
Mine's-
have a
I
quick-
fell down the
Dude, he
stairs
got-
of Granny's
Speaking of
basement.
which, Sam got his Discord hacked today.
Mine's probably when I got a
Accidentally
hematoma.
sent a porn
I
account.
would say
Oh,
probably when
is
you
that-
flash
Server
the
said it
side of
900 times.
That is also
Every
when I
single
got my
one. He had to delete his
hematoma.
account. It was so funny. That was a rough
Flashing
night.
her tits on her.
Sean,
Oh,
don't,
oh my
don't
God.
mess with
I-
the
That is, okay.
Reagan, what?
coochie.
No.
You already know though.
Okay, I have a good one. What's your guys' favorite fruit? I'll start. I like a papaya. I got a hematoma.
I know what you're doing. I like my bio teacher.
Papaya.
Don't mess with the
Number 6.
Reagan, what?
coochie. You
No.
already know
Cody
though.
can never let people be
Okay, I have
Jesus.
What's your guys' favorite?
You couldn't just let it
wrong.
slide.
I think
I couldn't.
my
I didn't let it slide, Keaton. Didn't let it slide.
worst cross story was probably.
I like my bio teacher.
Oh my
last
god.
year.
Oh, I remember that.
I don't really remember. Oh, I was punching the. You guys can tell it. I was.
To
You were just slugging.
you
said you weren't there?
He was at Broadway on the Rocks drinking through 2 masks and poured beer all over himself and then
I didn't let it slide, Keaton.
That was not even downtown yet. That
That
was 3
wasn't
p.m.
downtown. That was
I fell asleep
that was
on
6
Cody.
hours before downtown.
I have probably.
Oh, I was punching the. I fell asleep on Cody, and he said that there was a girl there that I liked, and I literally popped up. Drunk me was like,
Wait.
he said, "Hey, she's
What is
here."
the question?
And I was
Yeah,
like,
what is the question, Bond?
and I got up
We're
right
waiting
away.
for you, brother.
Question for you guys. Question.
I'm pretty sure I also. Oh, I got a nasty bruise on my knuckles from punching the.
Oh my god, Ryan.
Speaking of
I was gonna say, I was waiting to say that story. I think my funniest downtown story is it's a Wednesday night, and it's my birthday, and Sean and I are absolutely trashed, people are holding me up while we were walking to Hannah's them. And Sean started talking shit to me like he normally does. And so I said, Sean, I will kick your ass. And I grab him.
I was gonna say.
And then
I was waiting to say that
Silas,
story. I think my
stop.
funniest downtown story is.
So I grab Sean and I throw him onto the ground, and we start wrestling in front of the cops. And Sela goes up to the cops and tells them that we're friends and stuff, and it's all good. But I just remember wrestling with Sean on the concrete outside of Hannah's, and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
The next night, the next night we're going downtown again.
So I grab Sean and I throw him onto the ground.
We do another
and we start
wrestle.
wrestling in front of the cops. And Sela goes up to the cops and tells them that we're friends and stuff. And
Stop.
It's Wyatt. I just remember. Or is it Garrett? Sean
my guess was
on
Garrett.
the concrete
Zach?
outside of Hannah's, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" are
Okay,
you
one
guys
of my
doing?"
favorite stories downtown is probably when we went on the bike bar and Ryan started pushing the trash, like the dumpster, down the alleyway. I think that was a good one.
I jumped into it.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Stop.
It's Wyatt. I just remember. Or is it
Garrett?
Sean on the concrete.
Von Dooley, ask your question.
And everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, one of my favorite stories downtown is probably
favorite
when
fruit.
we went on the
It's a
bike
good
bar.
one.
No, but I feel like I've
I'm gonna say favorite
Down the
fruit for
alleyway.
me is
I think that was a good one.
I'd probably say a nice crisp cold apple.
I have a bar story. Oh my god.
Okay, Serena, talk in the mic.
I was on a first date
At a bar.
and we went to like a happy hour. I hadn't eaten anything all day. It was my first time taking Adderall. Just got prescribed. Didn't eat anything all day. Went on a first date. Happy hour. Then they're like, "Want to go downtown?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I have a bar story. So fucked up. And
Okay,
we're
Serena,
sitting
talk in the mic.
at a table, and I'm just talking, and I just throw up on the table.
At a
in
bar?
front of me.
Oh my God.
Did he call back?
At the table.
Not
Keaton.
just that. Went on a first date.
Did he like?
Oh, and no, the best part.
details.
No more details. No more details.
We're not talking about it.
You brought it up on the podcast. You gotta explain that shit. It's called content.
My best friend from home was also visiting, so she met us downtown. She had like just landed, met us downtown, and she got fucked up really fast. And when I threw up, it was like clear, and she like touched it. She didn't see that. She didn't see that I threw up.
Stop. You brought it up on the podcast. You gotta explain
And
that
then
shit.
she touched it.
It's called
and was like,
content.
"Oh my god, what is this?"
Oh no, she touched it.
That's gross.
It's really horrible. Met us downtown.
Reagan really isn't bringing anything to the table.
I read it.
Lighting you up right now.
Silas is on your
All I'm
ass.
doing is a liability.
Hey, chat. Whoever's watching, this is a roast race. Session.
See that I threw up.
It already happens every night. Sean just like
Now we can just do it publicly.
funny.
Oh my god.
Okay. Shit's on me because I don't.
It's
shit
guys
myself.
being
I'll start
dudes
it off.
with dudettes.
Go ahead, Ray. Give us your best roast.
I like this one.
That's okay. Oh, I was listening that to you.
Hey, chat.
Your AC.
It already happens every
Now we can just do it publicly.
I like the way he thinks.
What? I just told a
Yo,
hilarious
Silas,
story.
yes.
Guys
Yes,
being
baby.
dudes with dudettes.
Hey, Silas, you weren't. You didn't hear this earlier, but when you come up, you're gonna be on it with us. Whenever you come back,
We got a lot to learn from you.
you're gonna be on the
Yeah,
casting
Silas,
couch.
I think you'd be a great, like, the perfect person because nobody understands, like, the intricacies of an actual podcast.
Like he does.
Publicly.
It's been established.
You can
Silas, do you,
What? I just told
genuine
a
question,
hilarious
do you get sponsors on your podcast yet? How do you
Hey,
get
Silas, you weren't. You didn't hear this earlier,
Silas.
but when you come up,
It's still
Also, question.
whenever you come back.
Can you help me start my own podcast?
What would you guys?
Oh, I have a great idea.
Yeah, we're not telling you. Did you not hear our brilliant?
Say less, King.
No, I wasn't shitting on you. Like,
Wait, I skipped that whole.
Okay, I'm gonna say now. So we were we were kind of making fun of you guys earlier when we sent the video, but this is like a party idea where, what?
what would you guys?
Yeah, we're not telling
Cody
you.
Vaughn.
Did you not hear our brilliant?
Oh,
my gosh.
dude,
Hi, Cody.
are you like 16? I skipped that whole.
Okay,
We
I'm
all
gonna
love
say
Cody.
now. So we were.
Last time he was here, we had a little moment, dude.
Like,
You did?
Because I forgot his name.
where-
Sorry, buddy. well, my name's Cody. I was like, I knew we had
Someone
something.
tell Ryan his eyes are so
Wait, so you know that guy?
Yeah.
Silas, you're done.
Cody, can you make that?
Okay, who is this?
Do it. Do it.
FBI shit.
Do it.
I can't.
Do it.
First, before I do it, and I will do it because I'm a man of my word. You need to reveal yourself, Bond. Really?
I feel like this.
This just sounds like
Could
Zach.
be Anthony.
Dude,
I know
Zach would be
Zach
all over
Grant.
this.
I said something. You guys shut my ass down.
Who knows? Shut your ass down.
Do it. Do it.
FBI shit.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
Okay, but who knows about your belly button? Like,
I think Zach would
Does
openly
Garrett
be
and-
talking about shit on here.
Oh, hey, I got a crazy story.
What is that? Gatorade?
Guns. They're the water guns. Dude,
I don't
Zach.
think
Oh.
It's the noise you make.
it's Garrett. It's Garrett.
Garrett?
It's Garrett or Kev.
Do it. Do it.
Riley.
Do
They're
it.
just lying. They're never gonna
Do it.
tell us this.
I ain't doing the noise, man.
It's not great.
You want to see
I don't
this
think
shit
it's
blow up, man? You gotta reveal yourself, playboy.
Show yourself.
Guns.
Give us a letter.
They're the water guns. Give us a
We
letter. That
are
would be
off.
fun.
I will be honest. We are off by about a good minute.
It's Garrett. It's
Yeah, no,
Garrett.
it does take a minute.
Process that
It's
we-
Garrett or Kev.
Yeah, it's not right on cue, so we could have been talking about someone. I don't even know. Keep guessing.
No.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say it's Hunter, but that's just me.
Hunter Calkins.
Hunter Calkin, my butt.
Wait, how would he have it?
He does know East Side Tavern.
It's Garrett.
Yeah, no, it
But how
does
did
take a
you
minute.
guys send?
I think it's.
I put a link on my story.
Oh.
You said it's not
Okay.
Zach.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
No.
You're not.
Hey, Jamie, can we pull up this guy's IP address, please?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, do you guys want to hear the party idea or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Spill.
Go.
But how did you guys?
Now I.
I think it's.
Okay.
Where's palm sweat? This one can do
He's work.
She's nervous.
Yeah.
working.
We're on the
Sorry.
surface. She was calm and ready.
Jamie, can we pull up this guy's IP?
Okay.
problem.
So technically we
I'm
didn't.
forgetting what she wrote down. The whole crowd.
Crowd. Just know that.
Sorry.
There you go. Fuck up.
I love being here.
Okay. So. Okay. I can tell.
Go.
Wagon. Go.
Okay. So the party idea wasn't.
Dude, stop talking.
Okay. So the party idea was from a TikTok that Serena saw, but
You weren't supposed to expose that. So.
yeah, we came up with this. So basically, you download a dating app and then you match with someone, whatever, and the first date is a party where you have to bring someone that you're meeting for the first time, and everyone
Stop talking.
attending has to bring. Party idea.
Spit it out. So, what if you're in a relationship, but I still getting? Should I sign on Tinder and match with a girl?
Okay.
Like, babe, it's for a party. It's a joke.
Okay.
That's a little different.
Let's get some real talk. Oh yeah, Silas. Tell us what to say.
Oh, Jesus.
I like your idea. Hold on. Before we move on to that, we can talk about that. But before we move
I'm
on,
having my last day on Friday. I think it is fine.
What if?
Reagan, I like your idea, but
Should I sign
How
on
soon is
Tinder
this
and match with a girl?
Okay.
Yeah, we are leaving.
Yeah, we
Less than
moved.
2 weeks.
I'm not matching
So-
with an Ugo, so
Let's get some real talk. Oh yeah, Silas.
I-
Tell us what to say.
an Ugo.
Ugo.
I like your idea. Hold
Ain't
on.
no way.
We go together.
Ain't no
We
fucking
can
way.
talk about that, but before the girls have an the girls have a very unfair advantage because no girl's gonna. If a guy asks a girl "Hey, you want to come to this party that we are not?" Girls, a guy will be like, "Oh, sure, I want to."
She's just an absolute psychopath.
Oh my god, that would be so
Or vice
funny.
versa.
Like Serena. Ain't no way.
I think we should do a fake wedding.
Please don't vomit.
Oh my god,
that'd be
fake
fun.
wedding.
I'm done.
Girls have a shot on Brandon's tits.
Okay, we can't put that on YouTube.
Hey, you want to go to this party?
No, I mean just none of that action. We can talk about it. I don't care. This is live.
No, can we maybe not talk about my tits? Thank you.
What are you confused about?
We already talked about some coochies. so.
Objection. I think we should do a fake
We already talked sports.
Please
Cody.
don't
You should've been there. We talked about football
I
too.
tuned in as soon as
He could be there for the bull pick'ems.
as soon as I.
Okay,
as soon as
we
I
can't put that on
you're
YouTube.
done.
You can use
No, we'll go back to the bull pick'ems. No, I mean just none of that action. We can talk about it. That one's for Serena. This is live.
No, can we maybe not talk about my tits? Thank you.
What are you confused about?
Something that really irritates me, and I think
normally
it's
gets
very
really
relevant in this friend group because everyone vapes, is I hate vapes. Like,
He could be there for the bull
and
pick'ems.
their, the
can't put that on
titles
YouTube.
of each flavor. I think
No,
it's
we'll go back to the bull pick'ems.
No, I mean like
Oh, that's my ick. That's my ick.
vaping.
Girls who vape.
Yes, there it is.
Found it.
I'm gonna go.
I forced to say.
I'm really
I
gonna
would
just
say I forced it.
dip out. Alright.
Serena, I feel like I'm roasting you a lot, and I'm sorry, but you just reminded me of that
Pull
ick.
back the
Hey,
reins.
Von Dudley, the pizza was actually
I'll
really fire.
quit.
We all,
Serena,
me, Keaton, and
there's a blanket
Ryan
right
gave it 8s.
There's a blanket. That's my ick. That's my ick. Girls who vape.
That was good.
That's okay to say.
Found it.
My podcast.
But tits aren't.
No, I wasn't worried about tits. I thought you were gonna show a picture or reenact it.
Serena,
I was
feel
like,
I'm
Jesus,
roasting
you
you a
cannot be
lot.
putting
I'm
that
sorry,
on the
but-
internet.
Kanye West
You just
went on a
reminded
jam
me of that ick.
podcast and said he loves Jews and he also loves Nazis. And suddenly
West
Cody
is-
saying, or Sean saying Jew bag is a big deal.
That's my ick. That's my ick.
You know,
Girls who
Silas,
vape.
I like Taylon Green,
Found it.
but I feel like he has this Hank Bachmeier complex. where he
No,
can't
I
just
wasn't
love
worried
it.
about tits. I thought you were gonna show a picture or reenact.
We were talking about icks earlier, Cody.
Putting that on the internet. You just reminded me of that ick.
Hey, guys, this is Zach. Hey guys, today we're making a podcast.
Is it Zooch or Voicin?
That's voice.
Yeah.
Ryan offered that?
You know,
Me.
Zach's saying this, but he could just get over it. But I feel like he has this Hank Bachmeier complex. where he can't
I
love
wasn't
it.
worried about tits. I thought you were gonna show a picture or reenact.
We
He
were talking
probably
about
meant
icks
Taylor.
earlier, Cody.
Taylor needs to prove it. Silas, my thoughts on Taylor Green is he's a good prospect. I feel like we need to build a cast around him in order to be better as a team overall, i.e. a better defense and maybe playmakers on the end.
He needs a
go-to
that
receiver.
is not Billy Bowens.
No, he needs a guy that he could throw the ball up to, and they're gonna go get it.
Where's Mulaney T?
Silas, my thoughts on Taylor Green is... How's that possible, Keaton? Cody left me here? Prospect. I feel like we need to build a cast around him in order to be better as a team overall. Hey, i.e. a better
you
defense. You can run. Playmakers on the Uber over here.
Man, you should be able to run pretty long.
Go-to receiver.
I was seeing that they were talking about.
Okay.
He needs a guy that he can throw the ball up to, and they're gonna go
Yeah,
get it.
and then well, we were, and then the dudettes decided to crash the party.
How's that possible, Keaton? Cody left me here.
We were kind of
No hate.
we had a lull. We had a good start.
We had a lull.
Hey, you
also-
can. I did.
You can
I asked
No,
you to
100%
go
did.
live
Uber.
with you
No,
guys.
100% did. Uber over here.
I'm not hating. I think it's been fun.
Yeah, no, I think
It's been 2.5 hours. We're anyway, guy. Anyway, ladies, I think the boys are gonna need some time. So.
I'm ready to rock.
I did. Silas, if you wait a little bit, we will go back to that topic.
Hey, Silas.
All right,
Ladies,
thanks for coming.
thanks for joining.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for letting us feature.
Get out of here.
We're getting the boot.
Yeah.
You just said
Hey, wait. What is that?
We're gonna have you back. It's not the last one. Maybe we'll do it in a couple days. I don't know.
I'd say next week.
Come up with some topics, text them to me, and we'll have another. I was thinking about having just a girls podcast too. Ladies, I told them to do that. Would you be down? Okay.
I feel
Ryan,
like
this is like my lifelong dream.
Okay, cool.
If you,
We're gonna have you back. I think we should have a girls podcast. Maybe we'll do. I'll host. Well, I'm the fucking host. Come up with some topics, text them to me, and we'll have another. I was thinking about having just a girls podcast too. Ladies? No, I told them to do that. Would you be down? We'll talk. We'll chat. Okay. I'll talk. Hey, Jamie set it up for me. Okay. Jamie. We're gonna have you back. It's okay.
Cody, we can't hear you.
I think.
Shut up, Zach.
Cody, make sure it's plugged in too. I'll host.
It was not. Oh my God.
Probably from Libby kept yanking it at her.
I was playing.
This is Libby trying to talk with the microphone.
Yanking that bitch out of my hands.
Like downtown.
I'll talk. Hey,
Zesty. Ryan can be
I
zesty.
think-
Ryan can be zesty.
Hear me or not?
I think that we should come up with a good list of questions, and then we'll ask you guys.
Yes, sure. Can I just say real quick? If we,
This is Libby trying to talk with the
Collab.
however, when you guys
Yanking that bitch out of my
for
hands.
someone who wants to listen, that's
They
what's
are.
gotta change.
Ryan can be
You
I
gotta
think-
keep it,
Ryan
like,
can be zesty.
slightly
I think that we
Consistent with,
should
like,
come
one
up with a
person
good
speaking and
list
two
of
at the same
questions, and then we'll ask you guys.
Bye, dude.
Thanks for coming on.
Later.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, ladies.
Hey, watch when you get home.
This is Libby trying to talk.
Collab.
Tune in.
All right. Top 3 categories on format. Let's
Boys, do you feel
Do
like
we want to
BSC
switch
will
the
benefit-
mics around?
Hey,
Because this one's kind of far away. That's the only thing.
Boys, will you benefit? Hey, boys, do you feel like BSC will benefit?
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on,
these
ladies.
transfers. As a follow-up, how do you feel about the current state of
Collab.
the transfer portal? Good question, Silas.
I love
Where do we want to start? Who wants to kickstart the song?
Favorite Drake song?
Over by Drake and all the rest of it.
I want to answer Silas' question first.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
who wants to go first?
Because this one's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
stay
far
out.
away.
I'm gonna stay out of this one. I feel like you guys can talk about the BS.
Cody, we already talked about it.
Well,
Hey, look at the bounce up there.
Silas and whoever else is listening, I think the transfer portal is kind of fucked up, and it's been fucked up. I think what kids nowadays don't realize is that you can't just enter the transfer portal and get rid of all your, insecurities and problems. Like, you got to face it. Deion Sanders came in. I don't agree with how he said he's bringing baggage with him, like automatically starting his son. I think his son needs to prove himself. His son didn't get offered by Colorado in the past out of high school. He wasn't offered by, I believe, any Pac-12 teams. I'm not really sure if that's correct. I believe if they were any, I think they were smaller. But
You check that, Jay.
I think he was already. I don't agree with. He was a 3-star, but I believe that Deion Sanders. I mean, he came in there. The team was 1-11. So that's where I'm kind of like being a little bit controversial, like with the whole quarterback thing. They went 1-11. So however you want to look at it, yeah, the quarterback had to fuck up. So it could be anybody's job, and I don't believe Deion saying, "Oh, he's gonna have to work for it." He's not gonna work for it. He's gonna put him through everything else, and then at the end of the day, he's gonna name his son the starter. As far as all the other players go that are entering the transfer portal, I think it's a good opportunity for Colorado for sure. They're gonna bring in a lot of 4 and 5 stars, including an offensive lineman. Iowa, he just got offered by Colorado from Deion Sanders, and I believe that kid's gonna go there. A lot of just kind of going off of that, as far as all the Deion Sanders has the connections for these boys to go to the NFL, and I think that's one of the big reasons for the transfer portal going off.
Audio's doubling.
He just got offered by Colorado from Deion Sanders, and I believe that kid's gonna go there. A lot of
Just use one. Well, this one is beautiful.
Use this one. Unplug that one.
Nope.
You stay.
Should I redo that, or do you think you heard us, or whoever's listening heard it?
This is all like test run. I think this is our pilot.
Yeah, this is a pilot episode. Yeah. Silas, how's the audio now?
Come balls.
Did you hear any of that?
This one is beautiful. Use this
It
one.
was double, so it was both.
So you probably did, but like
picking
at
up
a.
an echo.
Should I
But
redo that?
do you think you heard?
Oh, here. Okay.
Whoever's listening heard it.
Well, we also maybe need
I think
less people speaking.
just kind of going off that. I think a lot of kids, like I said before, they like to go into the transfer portal to get better opportunities, but a lot of them don't want to work for a starting spot. It's simple as that. Kids will be the hot shot in high school, and they'll come to a major Division I program or any Division. Oh, here. Okay. I think just kind of going off that. I think a lot of kids, like I said before, they like to go into the transfer portal to get better opportunities, but a lot of them don't want to work for a starting spot. It's simple as that. Kids will be the hot shot in high school, and they'll come to a major Division I program or any Division. Oh, here. Okay. I think just kind of going off that. I think a lot of kids, like I said before, they like to go into the transfer portal to get better opportunities, but a lot of them don't want to work for a starting spot. It's simple as that. Kids will be the hot shot in high school, and they'll come to a major Division I program or any Division.
Cody's mic's unplugged.
I think.
So, Cody,
Just kind of going off that. I think a lot of kids.
Cody, I was gonna ask you this. Where do you fall on? Hold on.
A lot of them don't want to work for a
Is
starting
this thing
spot.
picking?
It's simple as that.
blinking. That wasn't blinking.
Kids will be the
That's what I
hot
was
shot in
thinking
high
too.
school, and they'll come to
Is
a
that
major
kinda-
Division
Is this thing
program
picking?
or any
Mute the HyperX right there. Is this thing still pick? Okay, so this one's still. This one's not picking up anymore. No. Where do you fall on? Unless.
Bingo was his name-o.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm still picking up. Is this thing picking? Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. Cody, I was gonna ask you, and this was asked earlier. Oh, this one's not picking up anymore. I think by Yaya. What do you feel? Andy Avalos needs to do to salvage his job? Do you think he's like on like a 1 year grace period?
Okay. Yeah,
Like, do you think?
Am I able to?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
The whole Andy Avalos thing. This is the funny thing about it.
Because you know my thoughts on it.
He comes in with majority of the players that he didn't recruit. This past year, he was able to recruit a few guys. And he made a great coaching decision to get rid of the offense coordinator and move on with a different quarterback. It saved our season, really, and it's the only reason why we're in a bowl game, in my opinion, right now. Our offense was going into the toilet, and we were able to save that. And I think, with Talon being there, I think it was just a better opportunity. I think he fits the offense better with the coach that we brought in. And now we're heading into playing North Texas. I mean, North Texas. Our offense was. We should beat them by 3 touchdowns. They lost to UTSA in the championship, the CUSA championship, 48-26, I believe. So I mean, they gave up 48 points, I believe, to UTSA or something around there. But I think if we can get the run game going, just start gaping their defense, I think we'll be solid. I don't think North Texas really has anything for us or anything that we haven't seen. But, this team is unpredictable, so we will see what happens. But I think it's going to be a hell of a bowl game. I wish we would have won the Mountain West so we could be playing against Wazoo in a little bit more of a respectable bowl, but, it's the way it goes.
I wanted to ask you because we were gonna do college football, bowl pick'em. And Dudettes showed up. So I have my sheet here, and I think.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Before you go on,
go ahead.
Move on. I think that game that Dirk Cutter, back up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That game that Dirk Cutter started coaching was like a huge difference. Like you could see everything just totally changed. And I don't know if it was a mix of Talon coming in and Hank being done. And Dirk Cutter coming in, I think it was a mix of everything. But that game literally changed.
It was just we got in a guy that took a little bit more of a risk coming in with a week's notice to turn this team around for a football game, and he did a phenomenal job. I think our last offense coordinator, I don't think Tim Plow. I just don't think he's got it for an FBS level program, maybe a smaller one, but definitely not in the Mountain West. I think his play calling, I think he's scared of risk, but he's also, his tendencies, fall back really on the quarterback. And unfortunately, a lot of those decisions that he made fell on to Hank Bachmeier. But I think, with our change now, I think we're headed in the right direction. I hope we can turn things around, though.
Did Hank go anywhere?
Not yet.
Jesus.
Not yet.
Well, we won't know.
I do have a little, not insight, but.
So you told me to look up.
I want to see.
Shroud Shakir.
Yeah, I don't know if he got offered by any Pac-12.
Listen to this. He was offered. Listen to every single team: Alabama, Arizona State, Baylor, Colorado State, Florida, Florida Atlantic, Florida State, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Houston, Illinois State.
I was mistaken.
LSU, Memphis, Michigan, Oregon, Penn State, South Carolina, Southern Miss,
Oh,
Syracuse,
no, he was a 4-star.
UCF, UCLA, and UTEP.
He was a 4-star. Yep.
Wait,
I got it wrong.
What's his name?
Yep, I got it wrong.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought he was a 3-star, but I mean that kind of is mostly the Jackson State players. I mean, he was going there because of his father, but I do forget that he was a 4-star coming out of high school. I don't know.
He was originally committed to Florida Atlantic. He was the highest recruit ever.
This is Deion Sanders' son.
Yeah, sorry for no context on that. He originally was committed to Florida Atlantic. Then his dad got the job at Jackson State.
Yep.
And he flipped to Jackson State.
Yep. I totally
Would he have
forgot
gotten
that.
that many offers if his dad wasn't Deion Sanders? If he didn't have the same.
I watched him in high school. The kid was a beast. I got him mixed up at before, but now I'm starting to remember him again and remember that he was a 4-star. I watched his senior highlights in high school and he lit it up. But I mean, being Deion Sanders' son could potentially bring in.
That's the one I bought you, by the way.
Is this it?
Did you ever Venmo me for that?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, you did.
But I do believe that.
Is this tequila, Reagan? Jesus Christ.
I think the kid might be the best fit for Colorado. He was good. He was good at Jackson State, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, who knows what the transfer portal is going to look like? There's a lot of QBs going to the transfer portal, and it could bring a lot of them to Colorado. I mean, Sam, what's his face from North Carolina? He's the number one transfer QB right now. And
no, Sam Howell got drafted.
Who he plays for? Who is the number, or was it Clem? Who's the? No, he plays for.
Okay, well, Cody looks that up. I'll answer Zach's question. I honestly think Colorado is going to end right above 500.
Oh, that is. I'm picking them to finish probably third overall, or not third. What is that? Ninth overall.
Yeah, I mean, I think
obviously Washington State is going to be much worse.
I just feel like with the Pac-12, it's so like you have Oregon losing to some bummy ass teams.
Yeah, but like.
That's the Pac-12 for you.
That's what I mean.
But my biggest thing is I think the Pac-12 is so, like, okay, let's.
Like, I don't think they're going to beat the USCs, the Oregon, UCLA.
But I also don't, like, you look at Oregon State, a very competitive team, and we'll see it. We will see what the Pac-12 really can do in this bowl game, because you can either look at it as, like, okay, well, they were all uber competitive, like, this was just one of the better years for the Pac-12 in recent years, or you could look at it like it was fluke. Like, all the teams were actually just kind of ass, and they were all just making each other look good because they're propping themselves up on, bad teams.
I think he means
ninth
in the Pac-12.
Huh?
Zach, he means ninth in the Pac-12.
Well, maybe I mistaked it for somebody else. But I do know that there's a lot of transfer QBs this year. But I mean, we'll see.
Texas A&M will win the national championship next year. That's just me personally.
I will say this: I think Colorado's going to finish a lot higher than a lot of people expect him. I mean, you got Deion Sanders, who is arguably one of the best football players to ever live. I mean, he was fucking amazing. And now he turns a program like Jackson State around in 1 year just like that. And yes, it's Jackson State. It's an FCS. It's a lower level. It's also a culture shift. I believe it's an HBCU, right? And, yes, he brought in his son. He brought in a 5-star. NIL deals, all that shit. But he's got a reputation, and he did a fine job coaching at Jackson State. Guess what? Colorado went 1-11. It don't matter who the fuck you hire. They got to do better than 1-11. And I think Deion Sanders is the perfect fit there for that. They're going to bring in a lot more talent. 4- and 5-star recruits are starting to post offers. Oh, thank you for Colorado. I just got a full ride scholarship to University of Colorado. Deion Sanders is tagged right there. I mean, it's gonna bring in a lot of talent, and I think Colorado is gonna be a lot better.
How quickly do you think he can turn that program around? I mean, you look at and I always think my introduction to like a good coach to like turn around a program was Matt Rule. I always thought Matt Rule, like when he took over Baylor and turned that program around pretty quickly, I was like, damn, that was impressive. Obviously, you couldn't translate to the NFL, but Jackson State, if you actually look at like who they play some pretty shit ass teams. And like I said earlier, we'll find out if the Pac-12 is actually competitive when they play teams outside the conference. The reason I say ninth is because I'm still looking at Oregon.
So who's better than that? We have Oregon.
You got Oregon. I got Washington.
I think UW's there.
I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say this on a limb. Michael Penix.
Oh shit, my fucking mic was off.
Michael Penix Jr. is my de facto favorite to win Heisman next year.
Or it was.
Okay, let's give like a couple more minutes on this topic. We don't want to talk about Colorado too long.
I'm gonna say,
and then Heisman finalists and be done.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Washington is obviously gonna be better. Oregon State's gonna be better. Oregon, USC, UCLA is guaranteed. Utah. I'd say that the teams that are gonna be worse is Cal, Stanford, Wazoo, and then you put
Arizona State.
They're both shit.
They're all gonna be shit. I think Colorado.
Well, they were both shit this last season.
No, I think Colorado.
They both ended the season on 4 or 5 wins.
I think Colorado might still be shit. I think a win for them this season, and what you could call is turning around a program. I think a lot of people are thinking, well, no, he's gonna like Jackson State went from a terrible team to like a team that finished top 10 in the country in FCS.
FCS, yes.
But I'm looking at it like it's a whole different ballgame, and it's also it is a Power 5 conference. There's a lot of big game recruits, and I don't think a lot of. I think for them a big win, a successful season is like 6 months. Here's
one last thing I will say. The Pac-12 is, in my opinion, a very big, unpredictable conference. You have teams.
Zach agreed with Keaton.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say, with that being said,
Right in the belly
the
button.
Pac-12 is still going to Pac-12. You're going to have shitty teams that are going to come in here and give teams a game. You can look at past scores from the top teams in the Pac-12 giving up quite a bit of points to teams that shouldn't be there. I mean, the Pac-12 is you get a team that gets so hyped up like USC, and then they lose to Utah. And Utah is a good football team, but I mean USC definitely was the favorite for that game.
Okay, we're done talking about Colorado in the Pac-12. It's not worth our time. No offense, Pac-12.
Let's get into the bowl games real quick.
All right, we're doing New Year's 6.
I'm just gonna say real quick, Michael Penix, and this is a VOD. Michael Penix Jr. will win the Heisman next year. I'm gonna Dave Roberts this shit.
Okay, cool.
He is extremely good.
All right, New Year's 6. Tennessee, Clemson.
I got Tennessee.
I got Clemson.
Tennessee's out Hendon Hooker too.
I think Clemson has choked in multiple games and given up way too many points this season.
Also, Clemson doesn't. Well, I guess DJ got benched.
I think Clemson's gonna choke.
I'm going Clemson here because Cade Klubnik, their backup quarterback,
He's not bad.
hung 38 points against North Carolina. I get it, North Carolina's not great, but to me,
they were ranked.
That was the best the offenses looked the entire year. Was when he was in. I feel like Clemson is more of a complete team right now.
DJ Ugalele is.
He's gone.
He's gone.
I know he's gone, but he's so ass.
I will say this. Tennessee, their backup QB, people can say what they want. He's still a good QB.
He is.
He's been preparing this for the entire season. Tennessee, I mean, it's not all just on the QB.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at other factors. They
great
have
wide
good
receivers.
football players. I think Clemson this last half of the season has not proved to be, that one of those top contenders in the
quarterback, man. They don't play a terrible defense.
And this is where it comes back to guys getting overhyped in high school. I saw him in high school. He was a SoCal kid. He played at St. John Bosco, and he was good. But I don't know. I wasn't completely sold on the kid.
When you play at a team like St. John Bosco too, you're always gonna get looks.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the best teams in the entire nation in high school football.
It's the best team.
Zach's got Clemson. I think
They ended up beating Mater Dei this year, so
I've got Tennessee going.
I'm gonna keep with Tennessee. Let's move
Also,
on to it.
Clemson's actually really close to Greenville, South Carolina.
That is true.
All right, what's the next?
That is true.
Next one is Alabama and Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl.
I'm taking Alabama. I'm sorry. I think Alabama definitely has, even though they're not in the college football playoffs and all that stuff.
Hooker is gone. That is true.
I'm gonna take. Sorry, go ahead, Cody. Go ahead.
I think Alabama's going to do what Alabama does best. They lost 2 games, but I'm going to be real here. If they're in the college football playoffs, I think a lot of teams would lose, and we'd see another Georgia-Alabama national championship. I think Alabama is going to win by 2 scores at least. Maybe 3. Maybe 3.
I think I'm going to be honest. I like TCU, but they are pretty bad. I mean, there's a top 10 team, but for a top 4, I don't think they are.
They have heart.
I think Kansas State's a very hard fighting team. I think they're very nose heavy. They get physical.
Oh, Kansas State's a physical team. They got fullbacks in there. They want to run the football.
It's a big team.
But it's also, you're looking at Alabama, who has arguably the best linebacker in the country. Anderson, number 31. That guy is insane. Yes, easily.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That's one of those games where I could easily see it going either way. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas State somehow pulls out a victory.
That's fair.
Okay, I take Alabama. So we got 3 Alabamas and 1 Kansas State. Cool. All right. Next one
Not even a question.
is
Michigan TCU. Not even a fucking question.
Wait, hold on.
We're doing just in year 6.
Oh,
Let me
is
make
it
sure.
Tulane versus USC? It's a Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Tulane, baby.
Okay.
Can we just say what a year for Tulane?
Here's the thing about Tulane. Their QB, he's kind of nice. He's kind of legit. I forgot his name. I will say they did get kind of fucked by LSU. But I think the USC, with how inconsistent the Pac-12 is and how many points and how shitty Pac-12 defense is, I think Tulane's got a shot. I'm going with Tulane.
Also, if Williams doesn't play, I'm taking Tulane.
I think he's out.
Yeah, he's done.
USC's defense is terrible.
Yeah, they're horrible. Tulane is an air raid. Dude, Tulane airs it out, man. I've seen a few good passes. I think Tulane takes this one.
I agree. just don't feel confident in a USC team without Caleb Williams.
Neither do I.
He's the whole team, not just his playmaking ability, but like he's the leader of the team.
Yeah.
And just not having that, regardless of who you play, you're gonna struggle.
I'm gonna say it again. Caleb Williams, he is not him. That's just me.
That's a hot take.
All right.
What's your take on that game?
Honestly, okay. I see what you guys mean about Tulane, but I don't know. I think it's just all this. We gave Cincinnati this shot. Granted, they played Alabama, which is totally different. But
Hey, they held them 10-3 for a whole half. I got to give it to
That is
Cincinnati
true.
a little bit.
Yeah, no, Cincinnati did good. I still think USC is going to win, though.
That's fair.
All right.
They're a better coach team.
Should we do the next ones or start talking college football?
I know.
playoff?
We got it. We can do a couple more.
Okay. LSU versus Purdue. Who you taking? Yaya. All right. Controversial take here.
That's a
Yaya,
funny-
who you
that's a
taking?
tough one.
I'm taking the team up north. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going LSU Tigers all the way. I think we win.
Go Boilermakers.
Final score? Going 35-14.
Jesus.
That's a good score.
see that.
I could see that happening.
Honestly, I would take
The reason why Purdue just fired their coach, they have a new coach, and their quarterback is transferring out. LSU's a more complete team. They're a better coach team, and they're playing in Orlando, which they were very comfortable playing in Orlando. 35-14 LSU Tigers.
Fair.
I can agree with that. I don't think Purdue's going to do much. I think LSU's a really good team, and they lost to an even better Georgia team. But I think
Yeah, so threw for the most yards ever against
Yeah.
the Georgia defense, 502 yards.
I think low-key, I kind of think LSU got fucked in playing Purdue. I mean, I think I could see them playing.
I mean,
well,
the one thing against LSU.
LSU USC would have been fun to watch.
It would've been fun.
LSU is like the best 4-loss team I've seen in a while. Like the fact that they have 4 losses is pretty insane.
Yeah, they had a rough start,
And that's why I think
After
they
that.
are playing Purdue. If they had, let's say hypothetically they beat Alabama, or no,
They did beat Alabama.
Who did they lose?
They would have to beat Georgia.
They lost to Georgia and
Tennessee.
Yeah.
But they lost to Tennessee when Tennessee was like hot too.
Tennessee.
Like,
That
after
early
that,
Tennessee was crazy.
after the LSU game, Tennessee took off.
Yeah.
Like they literally used that as like a springboard.
Yep.
I feel like if we play Tennessee later in the year, we have at least have a chance.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially after that Georgia loss.
Yeah.
I will say this: LSU, yeah, I think they look solid. I think they're a better coach team. I think they're in a better position to win. The thing with Purdue though is, I mean, whatever you say about Big Ten football, you see a lot of teams like Purdue or Indiana going into the big house, or
Purdue
and
beat Tennessee last
and putting up a good score. I mean, I believe. I don't know if I'm wrong, so don't quote me on this, but I believe Indiana ended up beating Ohio State, ranked Ohio State, on a very at Indiana. Yeah.
Penix was there. I do
Yep,
remember that
at
game.
Indiana, and I believe there was a very controversial call about if they scored or not. But
Yeah, I do remember that. He
that's the
got
thing
the
about
end
these
zone.
teams.
Oh, yes,
Like you get Indiana, you get these Purdue
yeah,
teams that
yeah.
come in and like actually put up some points and actually have a competitive game. I don't think I can wholeheartedly say that I can pick Purdue. I'm gonna have to go with LSU on this game, but it could. I wouldn't be shocked if Purdue started throwing some points on the board.
I wouldn't be shocked either because LSU has played in the Citrus Bowl, I think, 3 times in the last 6 years, so they're very comfortable there. But they play a Big Ten team every time. And they played Iowa and I think Indiana or something like that. And, dude, they'll go into that game and they'll lose.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened before, and so that's the only thing that scares me. But I feel like this is a different LSU team than those, like,
Purdue,
last
yeah.
4 years.
I think Purdue is gonna pound the rock. Big Ten's gonna do what Big Ten's gonna do. Is they got probably a backup in. They're gonna run the football.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna use those big ass fucking offensive linemen that the Big Ten always produces, and they're gonna shove that ball down your throat. If you stop the run successfully, I just don't think Purdue's got it.
I feel like Harold Perkins pops off that game. I feel like he's going to have a good game. What's your take on the LSU Purdue game?
I'm biased. I'm neutral on that one.
Gotcha.
I haven't watched enough.
Okay. All right, let's start talking college football playoff.
You want to talk about Utah versus Penn State, or are we just unanimously on Utah?
I don't think Penn State's winning that game. Penn State has showed that every time they go to a big game, these last few years, they either barely sneak it out or they just do what Penn State
Also,
does, is
Utah's
choke.
one of the best. They have the best defense in the Pac-12.
I think
They
Utah-
held
yeah.
USC to.
Dude, how did
So
right.
playoffs.
college football playoff? We're gonna go 1 and 4.
Okay.
I think this is pretty unanimous, though.
Hold on.
Georgia versus Ohio State. Now, me and Cody, I know we're Ohio State haters. I don't know about you guys. I know.
I can't stand
Georgia.
Ohio State, but
I like Ohio
I will
State.
say this: Stroud That kid is phenomenal.
Here's
He is a
Marvin
ball
Harrison.
player.
Here's the only thing about this game. I normally would have been like, absolutely, there's no way Georgia loses this game. But the SEC championship game kind of opened my eyes a little bit. LSU threw for 500 yards against Georgia with a backup quarterback.
That's crazy.
You're telling me C.J. Stroud doesn't throw for at least 300
Especially
yards?
when you look at Marvin Harrison Jr.
Dude, you're telling me they start getting hot? They could put up some points.
No, that's what I'm saying about Ohio State is that you can say whatever you want, but Georgia is a team that will let up some points. They will let up some points on. I mean, they played fucking Toledo and granted, it could have been at the point of where they had their backups in, but I believe Toledo scored over 20 points that game.
So Georgia is a bend not break team.
Yeah,
Same
that's
thing with
fair. They
2019
give up the
LSU.
points, but they end up with the dub
They'll
because they
bend
had that
all
team.
day long, but they won't break.
I
And
think
feel
I
like
will-
That's going to be one of these games where they're going to bend. They might win a close game. I feel like it's going to be closer than people want to say it's going to be.
Yeah.
Either it's going to be a really close game and you're going to end it on like a field goal or something, or it's going to be like the SEC championship game.
I think
They're gonna
Ohio's-
give up a good amount of points, but they're going to end up scoring 50.
I think Ohio State's got a shot. I'm gonna go with Ohio State here because
I don't
even
think they
though
win
I
it, though.
don't,
I think it's close.
Even if I don't, I don't like Alabama, so I kind of root for Georgia. But in this situation, I would love to see no SEC teams in the national championship. So,
It'd be interesting.
I think Ohio State is going to throw on a good amount of points, but is their defense going to back it up?
No.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a back and forth offensive battle, and I don't want to say that Georgia is going to come out on top, but I'm going to take Ohio State here.
That's fair. I think. I don't know. I just, from what I've seen from Georgia, I just think they're, in my opinion, just too good. I like Ohio State, but I think we get to this every time. What are they? Big 12.
You can look back at the
Big Ten.
Kentucky.
Big
You can
Ten,
look
thank
back
you.
at the Kentucky game. Georgia almost lost to Kentucky. It can
Yeah.
happen.
I mean, it happens. There's always in every season.
can happen.
There's always close games. I think the only season you can
Especially
argue is like
interconference shit where
LSU.
they've seen each other. Like, Kirby Smart has played whatever his name is.
Mark Stoops or whatever his name is.
Yeah, a lot of like they know each other. It's different when you're playing Ohio State. I think honestly, I really do think Ohio State is overrated every single year.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
don't think that they're as good as they.
I think since Justin Fields,
I think that's fair because I think the Big Ten is also
Even then,
kind.
Justin Fields got
he led them to a national.
lit up.
I think the Big Ten is kind of poop.
Oh, yeah, he did.
In my opinion, I think the Big Ten is not all that. The Big Ten will get you 5 stars and you'll get those big time players, but I do believe that there is some overratedness on that
Well,
Ohio State side. But I'm
because
still
there's
going to go with
always-
Ohio State because I would love to see Georgia not in
It's
it.
because there's always like two dominant teams. That's usually who we'll talk about next is Michigan.
But another point, I think that with Georgia winning, I want them to be. I would rather them have that power over Alabama and being the top team in the SEC right now.
That's true. That's fair.
Georgia, yeah, like having them win 2 titles in a row, they would be.
How many people are on?
People, 6. There would be definitely a lot more.
we made it.
There would
Mama, I'm
be-
dropping out of school.
Yeah.
There would
One
be a
class
lot
act.
more people. Like, I don't know. I'd rather have Georgia as the top
Yeah.
dog in the SEC. I mean, they might.
Would you
No pun intended. But
would you put them over Alabama as the de facto powerhouse?
In the last 5 years, yes.
I mean, with this season and last season, if they do win this season and last season, it depends on their matchup next year if they play each other.
You can say whatever you want about Alabama, but at the end of the day, you know for a fact they're coming in and they'd probably steamroll most of the teams in the playoffs and make it to the national championship. But they lost, and the committee finally stopped sucking their dick and said, "Fuck you guys! You guys lost. You lost." But they've lost twice in the past, and they've gotten a higher rank than they should have because the committee sucks the SEC off.
If TCU wasn't
Because the SEC is usually
11-1,
I know, but like it's like,
if TCU wasn't 11-1, that spot would be probably.
can we see who's on this chat?
No, it doesn't show like who's on it. If you're on this, you can chat and type.
Yeah,
in.
type in who's here, who you are. That'd be great.
So are we
Going. I'm going to Ohio State.
Ohio State.
I'm going Georgia.
I'm going Georgia.
So, all right, we'll talk about what I think can all unanimously agree is going to be a whopping, in my opinion, 3-possession blowout: Michigan versus TCU.
This is what I'll say on that.
I'm gonna let me just say if McCarthy shows up like he did against who did they just play? Who was there?
They played Purdue.
Purdue.
In the Big Ten championship.
In the Big Ten.
Yes. I don't see how, especially TCU losing to a Kansas State team that just looked hungrier. I don't know if TCU still has that dog in them that just wants to win. They have not looked like the best. Like they have not looked like the fourth best team in the country.
And I will say the Big 12 took a shit this year.
Yeah.
It's the worst I've ever seen this conference, and I'm an Oklahoma fan. And I could say that we...
Only because you're an Oklahoma fan?
No, I will say this. We are shit this year as well. But, like, you normally see the top teams always being Baylor, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State. And then maybe you'll sneak in a team like
Texas?
Iowa State that might get ranked. And then Texas might do something. But Texas, we all know what Texas does. They fucking, they choke it. They Texas. So all you Texas fans out there, suck it. Horns fucking down.
They're going to see it.
Oh, yeah. But on my thing on that is I think Michigan, people can like Michigan all they want, but I've never been on the Michigan wagon. It's because every time they go to the dance, what happened last year?
Well, I'll be honest.
There's barely any change between if they end up beating TCU and they go and Georgia goes. There's no difference, but I don't think there's much of a difference of a team than there was last year on both sides of the ball. The players are damn near the same. The Big Ten.
Better this year. They have another year playing.
Did you watch the Michigan Ohio State game?
Yes.
I felt personally that Michigan was, so many levels above Ohio State's game. There was a point where I was like, okay, Michigan's like, it's not their day. And you just see some Jim Harbaugh must say, there's just some resilience in that team that I haven't seen from Michigan in so many years. And maybe they were being held back by Cade McNamara because he is just the prototypical.
He's a system quarterback.
You never know that and this is also with the Big Ten. I don't know if it's just me, but besides Ohio State, you look at a lot of these quarterbacks that play in the Big Ten, and who the fuck are these dudes? I'm sorry, like I'll look at even at Michigan, I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
JJ McCarthy was a 5-star.
JJ McCarthy is a dog.
Wasn't he from?
He's from Cali.
He's from Cali.
Yeah.
There's another dude that played.
A lot of Nebraska players are from.
Yeah,
Nebraska.
and a lot of guys that in the past that have signed to Michigan, I believe, have been local players.
TCU's, schedule?
Yes.
Yeah, so we got week 1, Colorado, 38-13. This is all non-conference right now. Carleton State in Texas, 59-17. And they played SMU.
That's an FCS.
42-34.
Who'd they play?
SMU.
That's oh my
and they
god.
played Oklahoma, beat them 55-24.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oklahoma State 43-40. They almost lost to Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
They
had a decent
QB.
QB.
In week.
I think they had Spencer Clark or something.
Virginia,
Spencer something for Oklahoma State.
Texas Tech they beat by 10. Texas they beat by 7. Baylor they beat by 1 point. Iowa State they killed them 62-14, and they lost to Kansas State in the final.
I will.
So it's not that impressive of
a resume, and I think that's where I keep coming back to this Ohio State game where it's like, dude, the second that third quarter just started, they beat the shit out of Ohio State. I mean,
they were straight up outcoached.
They ran Ohio State out the fucking building and just kept beating their ass on the way out. And like I said, I watched that team and I saw something in them. Like I said, I haven't seen, even when Cade McNamara was that coach or the quarterback, I didn't see that fight in them in years past that I finally saw this year. It felt like there was a whole
caliber team.
It does, and I think where Michigan. And I think if we're all assuming that TCU is going to lose, I think Michigan's best benefit in this college football playoff is to have Georgia somehow lose to Ohio State, because we've already seen it. Michigan knows how to scheme against Ohio State and C.J. Stroud. Marvin Harrison Jr. did not play good in that game.
He did not.
He was kind of getting held up that entire game, and so was C.J. Stroud. And I think if you can scheme against them, and they have done it before, Michigan has a very good shot of winning the national championship if Georgia somehow loses.
Real quick, just looked it up. JJ McCarthy, he's from Illinois, but in his junior season, he went to IMG Academy.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he's from IMG. He's also a 5-star guy.
Yeah.
I will say this. TCU, I think, has had a piss poor type of schedule. I think I think if Baylor and Oklahoma State and Oklahoma were as good as they normally were in the past, I think TCU would just lose in a heartbreaking fashion to each one of those teams, and it would be a close game. It always is with those teams. Yeah, but I just don't. I think Michigan's going to get a solid lead on them, and in my opinion, I think Michigan's going to take that. But Max Duggan, like, he put his heart and soul out on that game against Kansas State. He's got it. But what about TCU's defense? I mean, TCU's defense they've given up some points.
I agree. I think Max Duggan comes in. Is that Duggan?
I think it's Duggan.
I think that he has a game. I feel like he has that drive. Yeah. After losing the Big 12 championship, did you guys see his post-game interview? I feel like he still has a lot left in the tank, and I think he's going to get his team ready to play.
Yeah, and I think TCU might
win, but I feel like it's going to be a closer game than people feel like it's going to be.
It'll be competitive, but my guess is
I still say Michigan's going to be on top, but mark my words, I think TCU is going to come with a fight.
I think Jim Harbaugh has these guys realizing a vision that hasn't been there, and I think when they smell blood in the water, there's not many teams better.
It's crazy though, with Jim Harbaugh, how long he's been at Michigan and how many games he's choked and how many seasons he's had that are shit. It feels different, but if he loses again, if they go to the championship and they get blown out by Georgia, don't say I didn't tell you so.
Well, okay, but
it's just like there's not much of a difference. Okay, there's a quarterback difference. There's a quarterback difference last year and now.
Are we calling that a total failure?
Okay, yes.
They played Georgia last year and they got blown out.
But hear me out.
So much better last year.
I know I'm an LSU fan and I understand this, but if you think about it, LSU beat the brakes off Clemson in the year that Clemson had a championship caliber team. If they weren't playing against the 2019 LSU, they are winning the national championship that year, whichever learns. So you're telling me they lose to LSU? Do you fire Dabo Swinney right there?
No.
So why would you fire Jim Harbaugh right now if you get blown out by Georgia?
I think Jim Harbaugh has and
he's a sophomore.
And maybe I'm wrong. Michigan has turned it around. I will say this season they've had a good season. But look at Michigan's scores against some teams.
Let's look it up.
Take a look at some scores. They played.
Are you thinking that they won't beat TCU?
Any given Saturday, boys.
Yeah,
any given Saturday. That's the thing is any given Saturday. You see a lot of college football scores, and college football's been weird this year. There's been a lot of upsets and a lot of teams that shouldn't be beating other teams.
But do you think Kansas
Here's all the
State?
scores. Colorado State 51-7, Hawaii 56-10, Michigan Connecticut 59-0, Maryland 34-27.
This is what I'm saying.
Iowa 27-14. Indiana 31-10. Penn State, who was ranked 9th, 41-17.
Yep.
Penn State, in my opinion, is god awful.
29-7. Rutgers 52-17. Nebraska 34-3. Illinois 19-17. And then Ohio State 45-23.
And
Purdue 43-42.
But if you're Cody,
43-42 against Purdue in the Big Ten championship.
Okay, but if you're looking at
this is what I'm saying.
Okay, but if you're looking at
there's some scores in there that are saying to me that any team can win.
45-23.
Any team can win.
Any team can win, but the end result is like it doesn't matter how you win. It's the fact that you win, and I think college football is
find a way to win.
It's about resilience, and that's where I feel like a team like Michigan they'll get knocked down pretty early, and then it's just like, no, we're not going out like in years past. I think Jim Harbaugh finally has figured it out.
I could definitely.
And if they advance to the championship game, and let's say hypothetically Georgia wins or whatever, and they lose to Georgia, I'm not calling it a total loss. It's the only way I'm calling it a loss is if somehow Ohio State's beat Georgia, and they play and Ohio State beats Michigan, and that's kind of where I'm like, that's where I would classify that as a total loss.
Yeah. So
you've already beat Ohio State, you have their number, you beat the shit out of them. And it's like, but you couldn't win when it matters. That's the Jim Harbaugh we all know.
That's the only thing I'm worried about is the Jim Harbaugh effect. I mean, he is coached at Michigan, and he's done this before in bowl games where he just loses. I mean, Super Bowl games too. Is this team different? I think so. I honestly cannot confidently say that TCU will be the team that's going to be victorious on that day. I just can't say it.
So we're going to do something else Now that we've so your pick?
I am picking Michigan.
I am fully on Michigan.
I'm gonna say TCU.
Go
I
Tigers.
don't believe in the Big Ten ever. Never will.
That's fair.
I'm going Michigan this year.
Cool.
That's fair.
All right, so we're gonna pick for our college championship game. Pick your two teams in the final score.
Okay.
I'm going.
Well, you gotta.
That's the thing is, like, I might have to change my answer.
You want me to go?
Yeah, Ohio State versus Georgia. I'm like still thinking like it could definitely go Georgia's way.
I'm going Georgia, Michigan. I think Georgia wins by a final score of 38-21.
I think Georgia.
It's very close for us.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think Georgia TCU. And I think Georgia is going to. I'll say 41-21.
Okay.
So I think we're all in unanimous decision, at least besides Cody's part. I got Georgia and Michigan. My score was going to be 34-17, Georgia.
I definitely think it's going to be Georgia and Michigan, and I'm predicting a 42-28 Georgia win.
A little closer. More offense.
High five.
Yeah.
Cool.
Likewise.
Well,
I think that was a good first podcast. We definitely ran over.
I'm gonna say one thing real
We
quick.
started 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I'm glad I could get on because I was like I got to be on for it at
so
least.
glad you came.
I was like, you know what, I can take a break for a minute because like I had some other buddies going through our project and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking run over there because I texted Sean but I was like, there's no way he's looking at his phone, so I was just like, I'm just gonna drive over.
Thanks for popping in the chat too and all that.
Yeah.
Watching it.
Is it who's still here? Somebody let us know.
Just Ryan.
Huh?
Just Ryan.
I think
Oh.
it ends.
We varied in viewers pretty much the whole time.
I'm gonna
We got up to 8,
Yeah.
but we also had 8 viewers while everyone was here. You got to think about it. There was also 3 of them watching at one point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I gotta say one thing. I think as a person that is still trying to get into college football, especially if this becomes like a long-term thing, it frustrates me how fucking long it takes for a goddamn college football playoff game to happen. Like bowl games in general,
Like
it's
he's
like
talking about this is like what was
weird.
the championship was
The
the beginning
championship
of
game is
December?
fucking December, or is gonna be January 5th. What?
First.
When's the?
Oh,
Sorry.
January 9th.
January 9th is the championship game.
Yeah.
And- but
Well, it's
you're-
because the bowl game.
That's nice because like
I
I'll
just-
be.
It just
It's
bothers me.
all. It's all.
But they have to
I know
play.
it's all
They have to
holiday.
play it on the best
It's all
viewership.
holiday.
Yeah, I know.
type of
I know.
deal.
But it's like I
Um,
wish it didn't take 3
They're not
weeks
gonna
to
make
run
these
a damn.
players.
who you guys
Yeah,
got in
okay.
the Oregon North Carolina game just before we had? it?
North Carolina.
I don't trust Bo Nix, so I'm going North Carolina.
I'm taking North Carolina.
John Bueno can suck my nuts out.
Yeah.
Just like he sucks Bo Nix.
I like that
Bo
one.
Nix, Bo Nix's balls, John.
Thank you everybody for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you guys.
It's
Appreciate
been
it.
fun.
Okay, wait a minute. If you are this person watching this video, and you watched this all the way through, maybe you skipped a couple parts, I just want to say thank you.
Mad respect.
Like,
Yeah.
If you're actually because this is going to be on YouTube. This obviously, I don't think anyone's watching this streaming.
This was
Oh, we
good.
got
Yeah,
one
whoever
other
sees this
person.
video, make sure to
But
like it, subscribe. Let's get
if
this
you're
going.
watching this on YouTube, a couple weeks, months, years down the road, thanks for watching this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate you
This
guys.
This was cool for me myself. Like for me personally, this was like kind of like something I've always wanted to do. So like if you guys do watch this, like leave some feedback, comments. like,
Yeah,
things that we
leave
should
us
talk
some
about.
ideas that we can talk about.
Hey,
Sports
follow me
ideas,
back.
food reviews. Bring it on.
Shout
What
out.
we're talking about is next time we're gonna do Popeyes and Chick-fil-A.
Comparison.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
So.
gonna do
Yep.
food review next week.
All right, everybody.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
Peace out, gamers.
Welcome to